Retard. Retard.
So, hello. For those that have watched the previous stream, welcome back, and welcome to all the new viewers joining us on this wonderful flight here with the Flight JSIM 737-200 currently in Fresno, and what a beauty that is. It is so beautiful. Sorry for the misaligned jetway. I'm going to have to live with that because I'm not repositioning. Right, so I hope you're all doing good. And we are joined by our good friend SimCaesar. Now, I just need to do one more thing. I need to set a push to talk button. So let's see. So there we go. So that should work. Although that's a bit of a which button shall I set it to? So that should be, well, just trying to think if I can also, yeah, then I'll do this. Right, user settings, voice and video, right, push to talk, keybind. All right. So he's probably at the moment. So SimCaesar, let me know when you're back. Right, he's currently, he's also streaming, guys. So I think he said he's streaming on his normal stream, so Twitch SimCaesar. Maybe one of my dear moderators could shout out. Okay, so I've set push to talk as well. And so you're streaming on twitch.tv SimCaesar, correct?
Correct, yes.
Perfect. All right, big shout out. So here he is. You all know him. We've done several flights with him already here, shared flight. And I think we already did a flight in the 737-200 as well, didn't we?
Yes, we did. I think it was the very first one we did.
Yeah, so the app has come a little bit, or actually quite far ways now. So looking forward to a hopefully nice and stable flight. Oh, I remember now. We went up to Portland, didn't we? So we did 2 flights. I think we did a shorter one, and then we did a longer one. And on the longer one, we had an issue. Thank you, Yoda.
That sounds right.
Thank you, Mark, for the overlay. Yeah, alrighty. So let's see. I need to do one more thing here with the model or the buttons. So
I'm going to quickly say hello to the folks in my stream. I'll be right back.
Roger that. Right. So throttle. And we'll do nothing. Then do nothing. All right, so that's now good. Right, that's, although I have to do one more thing. Lol. Okay. Right. So later on, the cool thing is here with Pilot Edge, I don't have to mute myself on Discord. So I can do keybinds. I can actually get rid of that. Action. I'm going to delete that. No. Ah, there we go. Keybinds are disabled while this panel is visible. Ooh, keybind. How do I get rid of that? Okay, that's fine. That still does it. Right, so sorry, I just need to do one more button here. I don't know why that's still connecting Discord. Keybinds. Video, voice video. Right, push to mute. All right, we'll have to check that with. All right, so there we go. So SimCaesar is hopefully back. So he's streaming as well, like I said. And there's one more button. I want to find out what button.
So, Black Box, I don't know if you can hear me. If it's okay with you, I'll get the power to the airplane and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just trying to figure out my push to talk with Pilot Edge, why it's also interacting with Discord here. Because I normally, what I did with vPilot, so with VATSIM, we had to kind of mute Discord while you're talking to ATC so that you don't have a feedback. Or that you don't hear me double.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
But you don't need to do that with Pilot Edge. And
correct.
I've deleted that button out, but it still transmits for some reason to Discord, which is really weird. All right. But apart from that, yeah, we're going to go ahead and power up the aircraft, and then I'll do the setup with nav radios and the autopilot panel.
Can you do me a favor? And since you're the host on this shared flight, go ahead and bring the GPU through the settings menu, and then I'll go ahead and do the overhead stuff and get it ready for the pre-flight checklist. Absolutely.
So
hey, everybody on the Black Box stream.
Yeah, and hello everyone on SimCaesar stream. Hope
that's right. Well. I got a nice little group here watching the stream. That's nice.
Lovely. It should be interesting. Should be a lot of fun. So we'll tell you later what we're planning to do today. The approaches will not be standard approaches. So we're definitely going to do some lovely flying, hand flying, both in Reno and in San Francisco. So there's...
Oh, I hear it now.
Yeah. So charts, here's the flight plan. So it's a very short flight, 40 minutes. Yeah, exactly, proper immersion with a real American first officer. JSnap sent a picture on Discord saying, I just want to tell you, good luck to you. We're all counting on you. Thank you, JSNet, for the pressure. Right, so we've already loaded up the aircraft with good fuel. So we ordered about 5,400 kilograms, and that adds up to, what was it, 12,000 pounds or something, round about? Yeah, so we don't have anything in the center tank, but we have a little bit of fuel in the main tanks. So I can hear the APU powering up. Nice. Good. Yeah. So SimCaesar is very seasoned on the 737, which is great. So I'm looking forward to that. So let's have a look at the airport charts. Reno. No, actually, we are in Fresno. Fresno departure. And we planned the departure. Which departure can we expect?
I filed the so SkyVector deleted it on me here. I filed the Yosemite 3
Okay. Okay, Yosemite 3, roger. And JSnap says, asks what, SimCaesar is not Italian?
I filed at the Yosemite 3.
Yeah, mamma
Is
mia.
that better?
Yeah, mamma mia. And Captain, you have to say. No, so somebody in my chat said, oh, a real American FO, what a proper immersion. So yeah, there we go. The length we go to. Right, so it says, let me get, oh, chart. Okay, that's weird. So for me, the jetway is moving.
I turned on the beacon. Probably turned it on too soon. I'm sorry.
All good, all good. Don't worry about it. So top altitude is assigned by ATC.
Okay, hopefully I'm all set here for the pre-flight checklist, and then I can get the clearance, or if you want me to get the clearance first, I can do that.
Don't sink. Too low. Terrain.
Let me just first print out your checklist. Hang on.
Too low. Flaps.
Okay.
Too low. Terrain. Flight slope. Bank angle. Bank angle. 100.
Wow, so many call outs.
50. 30. 20. 10.
Nice.
500.
Okay, let's try get the clearance, please.
Okay, I will get the clearance. And 1, 2, 4, 3, 5.
Not in the American.
Walker 1441,
oh,
San Francisco Tower. Wind calm, runway 28 right, clear to land.
Clear land, runway 28 right, Walker 1441.
Fresno Clearance, good morning. How are you? Southwest 711, like to pick up our clearance to Reno.
Southwest 711, Fresno Clearance, no flight plan on file.
Uh-oh. It's not me.
Oh, I'm sure I filed it. Let me refile
I did.
here. Maybe
That
I
was
put
not
the
me.
wrong
That
call
was first
sign.
officer, right? So I can blame it on the first officer.
As a reminder,
Okay.
the primary logged-in position, the person logged in as Southwest 711 needs to file the flight plan.
Thank you. All right.
That makes sense.
Black Box, you'll have to file it. So I'm not crazy. I did file it.
Well,
It's
shall we do
just
the
I didn't
following?
realize
Shall we log off and you go as primary? I'll go secondary.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
That would be a lot easier.
Disconnected.
I think that
Alright,
would
I'm
be easier.
disconnected.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall I reconnect?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Okay. I never knew that was a requirement before. In fact, I swear I've done it the other way, where it didn't matter who filed it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think we had the same thing on VATSIM, but I didn't remember. So.
Okay, I'm logged in as Southwest 711, so you can log in as the observer.
Okay, now I'm writing. Oh, is it at SAWA or is it Southwest Airline 7 at? Where does the at?
Yeah, Southwest 711 at. The at goes on the end.
Okay, so the weird thing is it says call sign already in use.
Probably because I was using it, so you have to wait a minute and then do it. It has to time out, I guess. But I can go ahead and get the clearance here while you're waiting. So I'll go ahead and do that.
Well, I'd love to listen to it as well, and I can't. Just
Sure.
yeah.
Sorry. Okay,
Let me see.
we'll go ahead and wait. Okay.
Right.
Connected to
And now I'm
Pilot Edge.
connected.
Okay. Fresno Clearance, Southwest 711. Are we good to go now?
Southwest 711, still no flight plan on file.
All right, I'll refile, I guess. That's weird. All right, give me 1 second here,
No
Black
worries.
Box.
All good. All good. All good.
Okay.
350. Right, just closing all doors. All doors closed. Fantastic. So actually, I can still do the...
Okay, pilot edge, flight plan filed. Fresno Clearance, hello again. How about now?
Uh-oh.
South 711, affirmative. You are cleared to the Reno Airport. The Yosemite 3 departure, radar vector is flying, and then it's filed. Flight maintain 10,000. Departure frequency 119.6. Squawk 3233.
Southwest 711 is cleared to Reno, Yosemite 3 radar vectors flying at S file, maintain 10,000, squawk is 3233.
Southwest 711, read back correct.
There we go.
Excellent, heard that perfectly.
Yeah,
so
Pacific
10,000
Tower,
is set in the
Walker
altitude
1441 clear, 28
selector,
right
the
at
squawk
Delta.
is set, and Yosemite 3 as expected.
Walker 1441, taxi signature via Charlie and monitor ground.
Over signature via Charlie, monitor ground. Thank you for your help today, Walker 1441.
Okay.
Yeah, 1440, contact Salt Lake Center 128.72.
So I was just going to set up the departure route here. So he said Yosemite 3. Oh, departure runway, what's Aetis say?
I'll get that for you right now.
Mm-hmm.
We are departing 29, probably going to be 29 left.
29 left, roger.
You're going to hear me giggle several times throughout the flight here because this is so much fun.
Yeah, also chat's probably having a go at me as well from time to time. All right, so 29 left, climb heading 292, and then assigned altitude was 10,000 feet, and we get radar vectors to Fryant. That's Fox Romeo Alpha. And from there, the flight plan should take us then to en route.
Correct. Straight shot up J7, straight line to Mustang.
So, just checking the routing there. So the thing I'm looking at now is the altitude clearance we need, because probably we'll say when able, proceed on course or something. Okay, can you do me a favor? Give me the routing, please, after, because I've got different routing, I think. Okay, so let me do that again. Actually, well, the good thing is you gave me the routing, so it's not your fault. Actually, I should have put it in straight away. Let me just recalculate my flight plan. Hang on.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, he did give me the right routing, and I didn't put it into SimBrief though. My bad. My bad. So that was the routing. Yosemite 3, Frankfurt J7. What about Nav Data Sync? Nav Data Sync. And now the thing is with SimToolkit Pro, I don't think that works, unfortunately. Right, so generate OFP, yes please. I'm going to have to log out here quickly. Do that. Quit. Restart SimToolkit Pro. Thank you much. Download again. Yes. Close. Go here. Charts. Close that. Go up one. Charts. And there we have it. So now we've got the right routing here. That is good. Flight planning, load from SimBrief, on pilot edge fly now, connect X-plane. And then we go on the routing, Navigraph, dismiss.
At 1440, that's approved.
Right, flights, load from SimBrief, there we go. Right, so. Okay, so from what I can see, from Friant to Mustang, it's at least 18,000 feet, isn't it?
You know, I can't find the MEA on the airway here. So I'm looking at the FAA chart, and I don't see any MEA on there.
Yeah, so it's on the high-end route, and if I look on the Navigraph, yeah, it gives me 18,000 in route, it seems.
Well, we're crossing a mountain range, and so, yeah, that would make sense.
So let's have a look again at the chart. Oops. So let's go airports. Yeah, and if I look at the contillas, the highest, the darkest color is 16,000 to 14,000. Yeah, I think 18,000 would be a safe altitude then. So that's going to take quite some track miles. So we have to look out for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to put, I will select then Friant on VUR1, because that's the first one that we're going to need. .6. And I'm going to estimate the course roundabout easterly, I think, by the time we get radar vectors. Oh, is there a way to get the yoke lower?
The yoke lower? I don't think so. The way I have my view set up, the yoke is never in the way, so I don't really worry about it.
You're right. I have the same. Oh boy. Right, so again, I'm going to guess about easterly, isn't it? So if we depart that way, yeah, at some point. Sorry, disregard. So, yeah, no, it's right. 292. Yeah, easterly heading somewhere. Okay, cool. So are you ready for a briefing?
I'm sorry, say it again?
Are you ready for a departure briefing?
Yes. I've got the chart up. Go ahead.
Yeah, so 737-200, technical issue at the moment, clean. We'll see what we can break on this flight. We've ordered 5,500 kilograms of fuel that has been inserted, although I tell you what, it says now block fuel. Since I've refiled block fuel 5.8, so 6.1. Let me just fill that up.
Okay.
Yeah, so now it's 6.1. That equals what? It's 14,000 pounds. Looks like from the dials. So only main tanks are fuel. Center tank is empty, and that gives us about 800 kilograms extra. That's about 16 minutes extra fuel in case of missed approach. So we have a second pattern. Hey, tail west. Cleared altitude is 10,000 feet. So the departure procedure says runway heading 292. And yeah, 10,000 feet. Then we expect radar vectors via Friant. We have a sector altitude of 1900 to the south sector, and the north sector is going to be 7,800. I'm just talking about the fact that from Friant to Mustang, that's a J7 airway, we need 18,000 feet. So we have to make sure that we get to that altitude. I may climb up then with, let's say, 250 or something, just so that we have a good climb rate. Engine failure, which can happen. I've even had dual engine failure on this aircraft. So in case of engine failure, we'll just go straight out runway heading, and we're going to climb 6,000 for the acceleration. Clean up, and then we'll continue climb to, I would say, oh, disregard, not 6,000. No, we're going to climb to 2,000 for the acceleration phase. And then we climb 3,000 radar vectors. I would prefer southerly radar vectors, so left-hand pattern. And again, 29 left for landing. RTO is not critical. We'll abort takeoff until V1 for, yeah, all the call-outs, all the warnings, all the cautions, thrust loss.
Roger.
Any questions?
No questions. Would you like the Aetis briefing?
Yes, please.
Okay, current Aetis is Lima, winds 290 at 3, and visibility 7, scattered at 200, and altimeter is 3030, and we're going to expect either 29er left or right. The right is a little bit longer runway, but I tend to think we'll get 29er left.
Okay, all
Do you have
copied.
any questions?
No, so... oh, yes, lots. No, so 3030 set on the altimeter then, on my side.
See, I bet when you do these shared cockpit things with Mark, he never giggles. He's like constantly giggles. I'm just so tickled by this whole thing.
Yeah, well, when he's under stress, he reacts differently. So he goes very quiet. No, not really. So, no, he's. I think I don't know. Kind of typical Mark. What's a typical reaction when you fly with me? So I can see you've already set the APU electric generator on, so I can disconnect the ground power. Yoda says the giggles in comfy chair. Okay, let's prepare then for pushback. I'll put on the beacon light.
Okay. Would you like the pre-flight checklist?
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh, my jetway is connecting again. Oh, no, it's moving away. No.
I was thinking
right.
I'll switch on the beacon light, but it's already on. So pure joy, Mark, as if. All right, so ready. So
I'm not sure what my jetway is doing.
Well, it's probably now coming to the aircraft, and then
it's reconnecting.
Okay, so I've put the anti-collision light to off, and that way, once it's connected, I'll switch it on again, and then it should move away, finally. All right, ready for checklist.
Okay, oxygen.
Test at 100%.
And nav and instrument trans switches.
Normal.
Yaw damper.
On.
Emergency exit lights.
Armed.
Window heat.
On.
Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Flight instruments.
Checked. Checked.
And,
sorry. So heading.
rate.
So heading. This guy. Heading is 300, and altimeter is 3030 at 340.
Okay. That checks. And parking brake.
Is on.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Pre-flight checklist complete.
I think for pushback the hydraulics go on, correct?
I'm sorry. What goes on?
The engine hydraulic.
Hydraulics. I put those on as part of the pre-flight checklist. So,
all right. Yeah, I'll put them on then. Oh, they are.
I think you just turned the engine. Okay, now they're on.
Yeah,
okay.
sorry. That's the. Old...
I think they're on by default, so
yeah.
I just never touch them.
Yeah, exactly. No.
But I put the electric pumps on.
Perfect. So let's go with before start checklist.
All right, before start checklist, fuel.
6,100 kilograms, which equals about 14,000 pounds. And pumps on.
Okay. Passenger signs.
Passenger signs are... Hang on.
I left those off, at, for your discretion there.
on.
Okay, and windows.
Closed.
Okay, MCP.
I set heading 292 and 10,000 feet.
All right, I see that. Takeoff speeds.
That's what I wanted to check, and I forgot. So
Okay.
let me just put the speeds in. So I've selected flaps 5. That gives an
Okay.
EPR of 2.15 for takeoff. And we've got speeds 131, VR 132, and V2 is 138.
131, 132, 138, check. And the trim.
The trim should be... What is that, 4? It looks like a 4. So I'm just guessing here. 9 doesn't make sense, so 4. Hang on.
Okay, I see it. Okay. And briefings.
Confirmed.
Okay, above the line complete.
Good. Let's get pushback clearance, please.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and do that on your end since you're hosting?
Oh, yeah, we were on the apron, right? We don't need clearance from ATC. We just do that ourselves. Ah, yeah. Hang on.
Yeah, we're in non-movement over here.
Yoda says engine hydraulic always stays on and hydraulic for push. Okay. Yeah, that's just my old checklist. I remember depending on nose wheel steering switch on or off.
And if flight following is ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
So hopefully now the jetway will move away finally. And so
see it.
below the line, please.
Okay, before start below the line, flight deck door.
Ooh. Closed and locked.
Hydraulic panel.
Set.
Packs.
Are off.
And the anti-collision light.
Is on. I've just put the APU bleed on and the isolation valve to open.
Okay. I swear I did that before, but I wonder if I hit the isolation valve. The APU. Well, that's what checklists are for, right? Okay, anti-collision light is on. 4-star checklist complete.
Perfect. And here comes the pushback.
Okay.
And it's only that little one. What's it called with the... Oh, is that a belt?
In my view, the nose wheel steering is turned completely to the left,
Yeah.
like 90 degrees.
I hope that once we power up the engines,
Okay,
we get
all doors and hatches are
correct
closed. Ready
hydraulic
to
power
connect.
for the nose wheel steering. Ferrari, yeah, Yoda. Ferrari, hang on.
And it snapped
Winding
back to
step
center
and
when the
adapter
pushback
in
truck drove up.
position. Release parking brake when ready to start pushback.
Yep, lifting up.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay. Let's start the engines.
Okay.
So, engine 2 start.
So, will you be doing all the engine start? What I don't have a procedure for how we do this.
Yeah, so you just put
Okay.
the start switch to start or ground,
Okay.
and then I'll do the engine start levers.
All right. Engine start switch to ground. And start. Can't remember where the starter valve light is.
On the engine panel. It's
yeah, N2 is alive and 20% N2.
Fuel on.
Okay, EGT is rising. N1 rising. Engine 2 stable. Starter valve is closed.
Start engine 1.
Engine 1 start. Start valve open. N2
Operation
rising.
complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
20% N2.
Fuel on.
And EGT and N1 rising.
Start valve closed.
Engine 1 stable. And my pushback truck is actually disconnected.
Has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll
It
see
has
you next
connected?
time and have fun up there.
No, it's disconnected.
Oh, nice. Cool. Yeah. for me too.
Sometimes it just doesn't disconnect, you know. It's,
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Right, so after
one
start flow,
out of 4 times or something. Go
yeah,
ahead.
so after start flow, yeah, pretty much that's all first officer. I'm just doing the flight control check then.
Okay, we'll go ahead and do that. Oops.
So it's a short taxi,
Okay,
Bravo 3
sorry.
Bravo.
I'm doing my after start flows now.
Green Dot Foxtrot, good evening. Right, so let me get to the Ask Bot. Let's see if anybody got a question. Oh, yes. Philip, if you increase this approach speed by 50 knots, are you afraid of bouncing land? No. 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 A higher airspeed does not increase the chances for bounced landing, no. What are best auto brakes combination for landing with flaps 3 and flaps 4?
Okay, I am ready for the before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist, please.
Generator on. Our generators.
On.
Pitot heat.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Hydraulic panel.
Set.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
Engines. Start switches.
Low. Ignition.
And pressurization.
Is set flight.
Recall.
Hang on. Is checked.
Engine start levers.
Idle intent.
Flight controls.
Here comes flight controls. Just gonna make sure everything's moving. It's checked.
Okay, my nose wheel's nice and straight. That's good.
That helps.
Your ground equipment clear right.
Clear left.
And before taxi checklist complete.
Okay, then get the taxi checklist. Taxi clearance, please.
Okay.
So flaps 3, you would go for
I'm
normally
sure I got the volume.
for
The
a
pilot edge is so quiet this morning. Fresno ground. Good morning. Southwest 711. Bravo 3 with Lima ready for taxi.
Level 711, Fresno ground, runway 29 left, taxi via Bravo 3 and Bravo.
29 left, Bravo 3 and Bravo. Southwest 711.
Okay, so that's pretty much straight ahead. Next right, and I see. Well, 29 left would be Bravo 2 then, correct?
Yes, correct.
Clear left side.
Clear right.
Off we go.
We're moving.
Yeah, it's called Fresno. So in the US, Kilo Foxtrot Alpha Tango. Here comes the brake check. Yeah, working. Sorry, we made a flaps 5 preparation takeoff.
Flaps 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Selected.
Radio. So.
Used to the 727 where flaps 5 is 2 clicks.
Yeah, no worries. Good. So we're just going to concentrate on taxiing before we read the before takeoff checklist. Yeah, so it's called Fresno, Indrani, Fresno in the US. Kilo Foxtrot Alpha, Tango. Put you on pause here for a second. I just need to do one more thing. Just going to try it to increase the FPS just a tad. Hopefully that will give a bit smoother picture for you guys. There you go.
I kind of stopped and rolled backwards for a second.
Yeah, I just changed my... Oh, do I have to stop here? Double bar.
I was just looking at that. Oh, this question has come up before, and I don't think you do.
No, I think that looks like Cat 2-3 stop here.
Yeah. In the scenery, it's depicted as like you're crossing a runway entrance, but I think that's come up before when I've flown here, and you do not need to stop there.
Yeah, I would be very surprised because the other runway is further to the north. There's no crossing runway here, so. The only thing I could imagine is a Cat 2-3 holding line or something. Yeah, so solid wings.
Might be a mistake in the scenery. I don't know. I should investigate. One thing I like to do when I'm not sure about this airport markings is I go to Google Maps and use the satellite view, and you can zoom in and see the way the runway markings are in real life. It's really kind of a nice little tool.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I fly here so rarely, so yeah, I need to check that as well. Yeah, solid wings, flaps 3 is then the auto brake setting low, most often used. And the flaps full, obviously, slower speed. If you want to have, you know, a shorter landing distance, then yeah, auto brake medium then will be. But a bad combination would be flaps 3 and config full. That would be a bad combination on the A220. Okay, before takeoff checklist, please.
Flaps.
5, green light.
APU.
Off.
Transponder.
Is out on, I think it says.
And cabin crew.
Advised.
Takeoff checklist complete.
Right, so quick recap. Runway heading, we're climbing 10,000 feet. I'm going to take on the autopilot, well, around about 2,000 feet above the ground in that region. Just to reduce the workload for us too. And yeah, rest as briefed. Ready for takeoff.
Ready for takeoff. I'll call and get the clearance.
Thank you.
Fresno Tower, Southwest 711, runway 29 left at Bravo 2, ready for departure.
Southwest 7E11 Fresno Tower. The wind 280 runway 29 left, clear for takeoff.
29 left, clear for takeoff, Southwest, yeah, Southwest 711. I got a call sign. I got to get the call sign straight. I always struggle with that.
I know.
That's part of being a sim pilot, is you know, you're flying for a different airline every time.
I know, right? So here comes the yoke.
I want to sound as professional as possible. You know, I'm on the black box stream. You know, I try to sound impressive here.
Yeah,
but,
of course.
I keep tripping over my words every time.
So wind is almost calm. Are you ready?
I'm ready to go.
So time is 11:47. So that's noted. Let's go. Take off.
Takeoff power set. Engine instruments in the green. Airspeed alive. 80 knots.
Checked.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up. Can you select on the autopilot, select indicated airspeed, please?
IAS. Oh, it won't let me select it. The
Southwest 711, contact Fresno departure.
it keeps snapping back to off. Okay. Order departure Southwest 711. NorCal departure Southwest 711 3000, climbing 10,000.
South 711, Fresno departure, radar contact.
Okay, I'm going to start accelerating. Laps 1.
Laps 1, selected.
Laps up.
Laps up.
Southwest 711, clear direct Bryant.
Direct Bryant, Southwest 711.
Right. I have one little issue.
And Southwest 711, contact Oakland Center 125.75.
12575, Southwest 711.
Headed 1440, contact Salt Lake Center 135.77.
I heard you say you had one little issue.
Yeah,
and
my thrust levers are a little bit split. So when my wall plug, so I need to split them a bit to get the thrust symmetrical.
Oh, yeah, I see. I don't know if maybe that's a controller issue, not a.
Yeah, that'll be a controller issue.
Yeah. I had that a little bit, but I think it's the way my controllers are.
Center United 1440, flight level 350.
1440, Salt Lake Center, hello.
Oakland Center, good morning. Southwest 711, 8,700, climbing 10,000.
Southwest 711, Oakland Center, climb maintain flight level 230.
Climb maintain flight level 230, Southwest 711. Do you want me to dial the altitude? Okay, you got it.
Yeah. So same principle applies. So as soon as I put the autopilot on, then all the manipulation with heading and altitude, vertical speed, that's all mine as pilot flying.
Okay. All right.
Unless I tell you to set it for me.
Okay.
That's JSNAP, yeah, like the real aircraft, right?
And 10,000.
That's checked. We are currently 15 miles, 15 miles out from the field, so we need to make sure that we've crossed up 18,000. Just going to stay at 250 on the knots on this route.
Okay. And I should be doing the after takeoff checklist silently, is that correct?
No, we'll do it normal ways.
Okay, engine bleeds. Or whenever you're ready, you let me know.
Yeah, after takeoff checklist, please.
Engine bleeds.
On.
Packs.
On.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
Landing gear.
Off.
And flaps.
So landing gears up and off, and flaps are 0. No lines.
After takeoff checklist complete.
Ah! I was wondering why I wasn't tracking towards Bryant, but yeah, I only put the flight director to VOR lock, not the autopilot. So I've set the climb power to about 1.92. So engine instruments are okay, we're in the green band. That's how I ruined both engines at some point. Now we've got a little bit of look at that. And that's a high terrain, that's why we need to climb up. Yeah, so the climb rate is actually pretty good.
Yes. Yeah, everything looks great. How am I doing on the radios?
Perfect. I couldn't do it better myself, honestly.
Come on.
Hangar 75 on the uniform, Jackson ground.
Well, actually, here in the
cleared,
US, the thing is, you're much more acquainted with the
uniform.
wordings here in the US than I am.
Cleared to the Powell Airport. Alpine 3 departure, KP transition,
Danny.
and then it's filed.
Danny Rubel, you asked.
Maintain 15,000. Departure frequency Salt Lake Center 133.25. Squawk 7127.
You asked how...
Lots and lots of pilot edge really helps with your communication, the confidence, and getting it right, because they'll correct you when you do it wrong, you know. And so really helps a lot with your communications.
Absolutely. Let me just concentrate on the outbound jet
Hangar 1 the uniform, Salt Lake Center departure frequency 133.25, 3325.
Okay, I have 342 outbound.
133.25. Hangar 1 the uniform, Rebecca, correct?
Yeah, concur. So 342 is pre-selected, intercepting. Right, so HSI, guys. So we still got Fryan, so that VUR.
And 18,000.
I have standard set, indicating 18.6 now.
Southwest
Exactly
711,
the same.
contact Oakland Center 127.45.
2745, Southwest 7.
Right, so we're going to climb 270 now, 275 climb speed. There comes the radial.
Open Center Southwest
And I'm
711,
going to put this to VOR lock.
3, climbing
So
230.
Southwest 711, Oakland Center, climb maintain flight level 280.
Climb maintain flight level 280, Southwest 711.
28,000 set. Right, so don't worry, just locking up to the radial. 342. Tracking outbound. We've got the 18,000 en route, so we've got the safe altitude.
My weather has changed a little bit. Everything looks really lovely.
Yeah, just a bit of haze, but otherwise, beautiful day to go flying, isn't it?
My haze went away. I've got some scattered cumulus.
Okay, for me, I've just had a little bit of haze left.
I'm leaving from Jackson ground, runway 19er, taxi to the Alpha.
What a view, right? I mean,
what a lovely way to spend a Friday morning.
or Friday evening, in my case.
Friday evening, that's right.
Yeah, I can't say how fascinated I am by the fact, again, it just feels like you're sitting right next to me here, but you're actually in the US, in Colorado.
It's amazing.
Right, so we're flying together virtually in a lovely old 737-200. How good can it get?
I do shared cockpit quite a bit with Continuum, and he's in Australia, so it's like I don't do shared cockpit with anybody that lives anywhere near me. Everybody's on other sides of the planet, and it's quite amazing.
Yeah, well, that's so incredible. In the fact that you can actually do that because of the the ping, so latency, it's just fascinating.
The number of unpredictable things that can happen because of distances and internet connections and all that, it's almost miraculous that they can make this work at all, but it works great. It's so much fun.
Yeah. Like I've said offline to you, the app has come so far. So yes, there's still some work to be done, but the amount of amazing flights I've already had up to now is just so fascinating. And the truth is, even if it's not really maybe pulling in so many viewers, I don't care. It's the enjoyment I get out of flying shared flights, and I hope that it catches on with those that are interested in doing that with their buddies, their friends, or maybe finding them on the Discord channel or designated Discord channel. Brilliant. Yeah, so the interesting part really comes when you do the approaches, and I think Mark yesterday did a shared flight with Artabico and someone else. Megas, I think it was.
Air 751 uniform, Jackson Tower, runway 19 are cleared for takeoff, wind 1906.
Let's see, radio. And so Mark was the observer.
I would like to try flying in Europe with you someday, Black Box.
Of course. So the thing is,
that would be a big adventure.
Yeah, and here I can then tell you all about Europe.
Very unfamiliar. I guess that very unfamiliar doesn't make any sense. I'm unfamiliar with European operations, and I need to get on VATS and dip my toe in it.
Yeah, and how much, or how it couldn't be any easier if you have someone along that knows their way around Europe on VATSIM, and with all the specialities with the airport and so on. So I can teach you all about Frankfurt or or any destination in Europe. I can tell you so much about that.
I'm going to work on expanding my European scenery and do some flights there. I've been meaning to do that. I will say the nice thing about flying
uniform, contact Salt Lake Center,
where we fly is that Pilot Edge is always available. So
yeah, that's true.
You don't have to worry about the ATC, and the ATC makes a big deal. So
absolutely. Yeah.
So that's nice.
Amsterdam, yeah, Amsterdam for sure. Yeah, still climbing. Yeah, we're currently climbing 280.
75 only uniform, Salt Lake Center, climb maintain 17,000. The Jackson altimeter 3026.
Mark, it is, isn't it? I mean, that's the thing. And I see 2,000 feet to go.
Yes.
I will talk to my stream about the approach, and I'll prepare later on, and then once I finish everything with the preparations, I'll give you a briefing.
Okay, yeah, you don't... it's up to you if you want to mute yourself or not. Yeah, I'll leave that up to you. I don't mind if you want to talk, but I'll wait for our official briefing together in a little bit.
Yeah, whatever's best for you. I mean, because you're talking to your stream as well from time to time, and just don't want to shout in your ear all the time.
No, I understand. Yeah, but I've been telling everybody, what we're doing. They understand and all this. But whatever you want to do.
Yeah. All right. So I'll just prepare, and then I'll give you a shout.
Sure thing. Okay.
So, guys.
Oh.
1,000 feet to go. So, Reno. Hey, Toto. How you doing? So, Reno, the thing is this. So, we could do an arrival with radar vectors, but that would be pretty boring. And we don't do really boring things here. We want to do things interesting way. So what I've looked at is an approach, something obviously which you wouldn't fly these days unless it's like, I don't know, maybe smaller traffic going into Reno. But I've looked at this approach and I find this quite fascinating. So what I would love to do is actually fly the VOR Delta approach. So we are currently inbound to Mustang, and I'll dial that in a second. And then we'll do outbound procedure turn. So we have to stay within 10 miles. And then we intercept the radial 239 inbound again, descend down to 7,800. Then we'll descend further to 6,000 pattern altitude, elevation 4,500. And SimCaesar said that mostly you'll be doing the easterly visual circling. So from there it's a visual approach, eyeballing it. Weather is fine, should be able to do so. It's very scenic. You can see the valley here, the high mountains around there. So it should be really nice to look at. So that's the plan. Could you do me a favor, please? Could you dial in Mustang on your set, please?
Yeah, I was actually going to offer that to you, and go ahead and do that.
So that's something you can do.
And we are picking it up 90 miles.
Perfect. So I've just told my viewers what we're going to do. I'll brief you in a minute regarding the approach procedure. Let me do the descent planning first of all.
Okay.
So for the first crossing of the VOR, it's interesting.
Southwest 711, descend and maintain flight level 240.
Descend and maintain flight level 240, Southwest 711.
Now, what I'm going to try, so what I'll try now is actually what's called control with steering. So I'm going to switch off alt hold and push on the yoke a little bit. So the...
I always like to fly this plane with control wheel steering.
King Air, 1 uniform. Would you like a vector to Cody?
I've
I'll take it.
been told by FlyJSim that that's the
one uniform, turn
more authentic way to fly it.
050 vectors
So
Cody.
Left hit turn 050, 1 lane uniform.
Requires quite a bit more
14
attention.
of 40,
You know?
contact Denver
Exactly.
Center 133.67.
Although with the control wheel steering on, it will automatically capture your altitude.
Exactly, yeah.
40.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, with very subtle inputs in the yoke, you can really fine-tune the vertical speed. So there's no need for a vertical speed mode, really. Okay, so I select 240, alt hold is armed.
Denver Center, United 1440.
We have 79 miles to Mustang. Just checking, I'm looking for a minimum crossing altitude at
Denver Center, descend via the flat eye
Mustang for the approach. I haven't found it yet.
Denver altimeter 3013.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Alright, descend via the flat E3 arrival.
So as we descend towards Mustang VOR, and let's say we get the Mustang VOR, the VOR Delta approach out of Mustang, I'm looking for the initial crossing altitude. So it literally just says VOR on my chart, and then it says outbound, descent 9.3, so 9,300. Then the procedure turn. Now, so once we're inbound 239 to the VOR, then we descend down to 7,800. But I don't see the initial crossing, so I'm not sure if that's necessary, or let's say 10,000.
Yeah,
or...
I don't see it on the FAA chart either.
Okay, that's fine. So what I'll do is I'm going to plan with 10,000 then for my descent planning.
Yeah, I think that looks about right. I'm looking at the terrain in the area on the chart, and 10,000 looks about right.
Okay, so the wind in general was... Well, we can disregard that. That's pretty much -4 knots tailwind component, or headwind component. So for descent planning, we can disregard that. 1,000 feet to go. And so we've got to lose about 14,000 feet. That would be 42 miles. And yeah, so I think 50 miles prior to... Actually, let's do 55 miles prior to Mustang will request further descent.
Okay.
Okay, I've lost signal from Fryan, so could you please select Mustang on my set as well, please?
Okay. It's selected, and the inbound course is 343.
Thank you, and captured. So
711, contact Brooklyn Center 132.2.
132.3, 132.2 Southwest 1180. 1180.
That was about, yeah.
Sorry, Southwest 11 and 7. 132.2 Southwest 711.
Yeah, how rude, someone else answering our calls, right? Tell that other Southwest off, please.
Open center, Southwest 711, flight level 240.
Oh, look at that view.
Southwest 711, Oakland Center, the Reno, altimeter 3039, descend and maintain 14,000.
So maintain 14,000, altimeter 3039, Southwest 711.
Okay, I've got 14,000.
Okay.
Altitude is armed, and 3039 on the altimeter.
Let's see if I can pick up the Aetis. 35.8.
Approaches in use. VFR departures, contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short.
Yeah, here in the US,
Advise on
it
initial
does
contact
sound
you have
really cool,
information,
right?
Bravo.
And they are professionals. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of pilot edge controllers are actually real-world controllers as well.
Aegis information, Bravo.
Ah, look at that view.
1955 Zulu.
Man.
Wind 290 at 3. Visibility 10. Sky condition, clear. Temperature 11. Dew point -6. Altimeter 3039er. Arriving and departing runways 16 right, 16 left. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures, contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information, Bravo.
Okay, Bravo is current.
Reno top.
Okay. What was the wind?
300 at 3. And they're landing south.
Okay, roger that. So as briefed. Yeah, so once you get to next, I know it's the next controller regarding approach procedure.
Yeah, should be the next controller. I sometimes call ahead if we're doing these unexpected approaches, and just to let them know, even though, you know, just so we don't wind up flying past Mustang or something like that. So
Yeah, good idea.
I can probably.
Yeah.
But actually, the controllers in my
Yeah, I know.
in my chat here in on Twitch, I could just tell them, Hawker driver, we want the VOR Delta with the circle to land.
Oh, that's easy.
So yeah, I just tell. It's not quite realistic, but unable.
What? Why?
Excuse. I'm flying with Black Box 711 over here. All right, buddy, come on, man.
Look at that view.
He's joking. He's a joker.
Tell him I don't do jokes.
Just warning you, Hawker driver, Black Box 711 has no sense of humor.
Nope.
And he takes this 100% seriously. No jokes, so...
Yeah. I will file a report.
You better watch it, mister.
Yes, sir. Right, 34 miles to go, 10,000 feet to lose. I'm looking all right for the profile, I think. So, yeah. Shall we do the approach items, please?
All right, our descent checklist, pressurization. Our approach items? I'm sorry, what are you asking?
Yeah, so landing altitude is 4.5, isn't it?
Field elevation is 4415.
Good, so we've got cabin altitude checked and landing altitude 4420 set.
PSA 71180, contact NorCal approach 119.2.
119.2 Southwest 711.
Was that for us, really?
Yeah, he's joking around.
Okay.
We're 18,000, altimeter 3039.
Checked, 17.5. Yeah, checked, now 17.3. Another question, hang on, let me see it, hold on. Green Dot Foxtrot, if my indicator airspeed is usually 135
NorCal approach, hello.
in no minute,
Southwest 711, 16,600 to
why I need to increase in heavy winds?
Fresno information, Bravo. We'd like to request the VOR Delta approach from Mustang.
No, it's there. Green Dot Foxtrot is there to accommodate wind.
Southwest 711 NorCal approach, the Reno altimeter 3039. Thank you for Bravo. And clear trip to Mustang, cross Mustang at or above 10,000. Cleared VOR Delta approach, circle runway 16 right. Report procedure turn inbound.
Clear direct Mustang, cleared VOR Delta approach. Circle to land, runway 16 right, and we'll report the procedure turn inbound, Southwest 711.
Southwest 711 cross Mustang at or above 10,000.
Yeah.
Cross Mustang at or above 10,000, Southwest 711. As soon as I unkeyed the mic, I realized I forgot to say that.
Okay, so 10,000 set, 3039 altimeter, cross Mustang, and then as briefed, we'll turn outbound on the track 059. And we'll do the procedure turn within 10 miles from Mustang. So 104 right turn, and then we'll turn left again 284 degrees to intercept 239 inbound to Mustang, and inbound on the radial down to 7,800. Past the VOR, we'll descend down 6,000 for the circling 16 right. Did he say easterly circling?
I don't think he gave us that specification. We might get that from the tower.
All right. Okay, I'm just going to pitch up a bit, slow down, and then let's complete the descent checklist, please.
Okay, descent checklist pressurization.
Cabin altitude is checked, and we have 4,420 set for landing altitude.
Okay, recall.
Checked.
Well, what auto brake would you like for landing?
Medium, please.
Okay, auto brake.
Medium.
Landing data.
I've got flaps 25 and a approach speed of disregard 30, and the ref is 131.
Okay, check. And approach briefing.
Apart from the missed approach procedure completed, so missed approach out of visual approach, I'm going to continue runway heading first of all, and then call ATC, get instructions.
Right, descent checklist complete.
Yeah, then altimeters for the approach checklist, I read 3039, 12,100.
Checked.
Right.
And
about 8 miles to
4
go.
DME to Mustang. Or 8, sorry, 8. So I got a message from Hawker Driver in the chat. He says if we want to circle west of the field, we can request it from the tower. So it looks like it can be our choice. Whatever, if you want to overfly the field or
yeah, I think that would be fun. Yeah, we'll overfly the field. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, me too. I haven't done that, so I'd like to see that. So.
So I've selected the inbound course, but we're going to intercept the outbound, of course, from Mustang.
Okay. Then I'm showing the 059er outbound.
Yeah. Yeah, can you check that? Should be correct.
Yep.
Yeah, so the reason for increasing the approach speed is to have more buffer for the wind gusts. That's all it is.
And the needle's starting to swing. 2 DME over to Mustang.
Very good call, thank you, intercepting.
Okay.
So once I'm established outbound, I'll descend down to 9,300. The scenery, incredible.
Oh yeah.
Go.
I remember something you said when we did the 747 flight is that, like, the first officer or one pilot doesn't correct the other pilot until they think, hey, this is getting to the extreme or something like that. You know, like you wouldn't be correcting the other pilot for like 1 bar off or something. That was good information I retained from our last flight.
Yeah, exactly that, because otherwise it could get a bit annoying. Okay, so I'm going to start the procedure turn round about 6 miles from Mustang.
Okay.
Just slowing down further. So, round about here.
And then 6 miles, 9,300.
Yep. So that's for the procedure turn, going
Okay.
104.
Oh, this looks great.
Yeah, with these orthos, incredible. So just taking the time here, about 30 seconds. So I'm going to take about 45 seconds. We'll do the turn. Swiss Tony, yes, I do indeed. Yeah, I mean, again, we could have done the more boring,
Monterey clearance delivery.
the more boring kind of, you know, radar vectored ILS for sure. But again,
west departure and
oh wow.
negative radar.
Ooh, didn't think we're going to get track of that quickly. Let's turn.
Okay. Yeah, these
Fever 524 Echo Alpha flight.
big fast planes, it's really hard to
Monterey clearance squawk 525.
Yeah.
within 10 miles.
Exactly. So that angle. Oof.
Yeah.
Okay, so flaps 1, please.
Air 524 Echo Alpha, read
Flaps
back
1,
correct.
selected.
And your departure will be traffic frequency
Speed
will be
check.
the tower.
Yeah, we're not going to tell anyone that we're at 11 miles. Yeah, so normally you would have to really make sure that you don't
I think
cross.
that remain within 10 miles is just a suggestion, not really.
I think it's just some anomaly in the readout, really.
Absolutely, yeah, of course, you know.
Yeah, but that goes to show. But that's the thing. That's why you need to practice these things, just to get a feel for the speed of the aircraft. And I completely messed it up. So continue left turn to intercept. Flaps 5, please.
Flaps 5, selected.
Yeah, so you can see that now, even though I've kind of done only 30 minutes outbound on that procedure turn, that really cut it really close as well regarding the re-intercept. And you don't really want to overshoot. So I'm going to send now to 6,000 feet. Oh, sorry, 7.8. Disregard, 7.8. Hey, Words, how you doing?
I don't think there's a lot of 737-200s flying this particular approach to Reno anymore. I don't know that there ever were. It was.
Probably not, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, I mean, we both know, you and me, we can do boring approaches anytime. But this is a challenge. This is a lot more exciting.
I've been trying to do that more often, you know, challenge myself and learn, and I've been doing some NDB approaches, and if I can find an arc or something, I'll take that, you know.
Exactly. So what my plan is right now is the following. So once we pass Mustang, we'll descend down to circling altitude of 6,000 feet. When we overfly the field, I'm going to time it for about 25 seconds,
Cody at or above
and then I'll go and turn right.
13 approach report, procedure turn inbound.
Okay. Oh.
What?
Remind me.
Oh yeah, exactly. A call for inbound.
NorCal approach, cleared RNAV runway 13 approach.
711 procedure turn inbound. I messed up too.
No, we got distracted.
So 711 late on the procedure call. Contact Reno Tower 18.7.
18.7. Sorry about that. Southwest 711. He didn't let me get away with anything.
No, I know.
I like that though.
Yeah.
Reno Tower, hello, Southwest 711 inbound on the VOR Delta.
Southwest 711 Reno Tower, circle west, enter right, down runway 16 right, with 2903 runway 16 right, clear to land.
Circle west, right down 16 right, 16 right, clear to land, Southwest 711.
Whew. Good. As a pre-warning, could you do me a favor and already dial in the ILS on your side? Sorry, can you dial in the ILS on your side, please?
Okay. The localizer frequency is 110.9.
Yeah, to 1440, contact Denver approach 120.35.
Yeah, it's just for the DME distance. That's all I need. 5 miles. I see. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Yep.
One 16 right, double check, 110.9, correct. Okay.
Right, so the airport dead ahead.
Denver approach, United 1440 is level at flight level 210, and
1,000 to go is checked.
Information X-ray.
Yeah, 1440 Denver approach, Denver altimeter 3013. Were you assigned
Gear
level
down, please.
210, or are you descending via the flat
Gear
I3
down.
arrival?
I'm descending via the flight I3 arrival.
And would you like the landing checklist?
Thank you.
Hang on, once we've finished completing the configuration.
Okay.
Flaps 15.
Flaps 15 selected. Speed checked.
Yeah, if you're not on one limit, if I'm not sure if you need
Just
low
can't
over Cody or not, but you
believe
cross Cody at or
the
above
beauty
11000.
here, the scenery.
Oh, yeah. This is my first time looking at the new scenery I just purchased. I really like it. It's working good. I'm glad.
Right, crossing field, 5 seconds past. I'll go outbound until 30 seconds, and then we'll turn right. So the idea is that puts us to about 2.5 miles offset, which would put us in good position there for the base turn. What was the inbound? 16?
Inbound 164.
And could you please select also the this speed is a bit low. The ILS on my side, please. Wow, it takes a lot of power.
Okay.
Didn't realize that in the turn there. Jesus. And again, no order thrust. You gotta.
At 1440, expect
Selected.
vectors visual approach 235 left.
Thank you much.
Alright, we'll expect a visual approach 435 left, United 1440.
Flaps 25.
Flaps 25 selected. Speed check.
Man your flight. turning base. Heading back runway heading. Yeah, sorry, runway, heading back runway heading, please.
Heading back runway heading.
I'd like to pick up our clearance to Taos. This is a scenario 2 attempt.
Yeah, checked.
Alexa, I'm calling you. Didn't hear the beginning of your transmission. What's the call sign?
Call sign is Sky High 218, and I'd like to pick up IFR clearance to Taos.
Flaps 40.
Sky 218 Albuquerque
Flaps
clearance.
40, confirm 40.
Oh, sorry, 30. Disregard. Good catch.
Flaps 30. Speed check, flaps 30.
And speed back 136.
Departure frequency 127.4.
Speed back 136.
4141.
Clear to Taos via radar vectors to Albuquerque. Contain 9,000, 1,000. Later on, 1274414 Sky Hiking.
Sky 218, read back correct. SU advise your transmissions are coming in choppy.
Just a bit overshoot, correcting.
Doggone
Right,
it,
landing
that's been
checklist.
happening lately. All right, I'll work on it.
Landing checklist. Engine start switches.
Ignition start, I think.
ground. Beaver 524.
Low speed brake.
Can you arm them, please?
Taxiway Echo.
Speed brake is armed. Landing gear
Juliet.
Down 3 green.
flaps.
Beaver 524
Is,
Echo Alpha,
30
monitor
green
ground
light.
runway 2 left at Juliet, taxi via
And
Alpha
cabin
Juliet.
crew.
Advised.
Straight left down
Landing
Juliet.
check was complete.
Are we clear to land?
Beaver 524
We have landing clearance. 16 right.
Looking good.
300.
Apart from that little overshoot, I'm quite pleased with it.
Yes. This is so thrilling.
200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Come on.
Reversers deployed.
Okay, decrease. Yeah. Auto brake is working as well. Fantastic.
Okay.
And brakes.
80 knots.
Is that... Oh yeah, is that camera position not so favorable? So I think we have to go left, is that correct?
Well, to the right.
That's right. After landing close.
South 711 taxi to the terminal via Papa and Alpha, cross runway 25 at Alpha, monitor ground.
Terminal via Papa Alpha, cross 25 at Alpha, monitor ground, Southwest 711. Okay.
Woo! Okay, to Alpha. Right, so terminal. Oh, I remember now. Yeah, yeah, Reno. I remember. Toto. Hello. Toto, like I said, imagine if I actually do look like David Hasselhoff. Wouldn't that be a great meme? Okay, so after landing flows, correct. Yeah, flaps are up, auto brake, perfect. APU started. Oh, wonderful. Brilliant. So, how about that approach? Isn't that cool?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was great. I never, we've done this a bunch of times, and I've done this dozens and dozens of times with other people. It just, the thrill never wears off. It's so much fun. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So the only criticism I put to myself is that the pattern was fine. It's all that the final descent that just delayed that a bit too much. I was looking at 5 miles distance and then 1,500 feet off the ground, so I delayed it a bit much. And then I thought, at some point, I thought, oh nope, I've got to start descending, and then I had to do initial bit faster descent. But that's fine. 1,000 feet above the ground. Everything was stable. So very pleased with that. Okay, cleared across. Runway is clear.
And just in case Hawker driver's watching, I'm actually monitoring ground.
GG.
Oh yeah, clear right, sorry.
Monterey Tower, Beaver 524 Echo Alpha, flight of 28 left at Juliet, ready for departure.
Beaver 524 Echo Alpha, flight Monterey Tower, proceed on course, runway 28 left at Juliet, cleared for
I guess we
takeoff,
can take
wind
any
2605.
gate we want at the terminal,
On
correct?
course 26 left at, correct, 28 left at Juliet, clear for takeoff, Beaver 524 now, flight.
So for me, this was the easy part. Now comes
So
the
I'm
hard
going to
part.
repaste our flight plan for the next flight into the Discord so you have it at
Tower
your
50
fingertips
ground,
there.
Perfect.
218.
I'm just saying, this was the
GA
easy part for
parking,
me.
ready to taxi at
Now comes the hard part of talking to Pilot Edge. Wow, those tankers.
Sky 218 Albuquerque ground,
Oh,
runway
that's some,
8, taxi via Golf, Echo 1.
Was it DC-10 tankers or what? Or
Runway 8,
Yeah,
8
DC-10,
vehicle, Echo 1, 218.
Oh, this is my first look at the scenery here. I just bought the Reno scenery right before the stream, and should have bought it sooner because I like flying into this airport.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Do most flight sim American ATC use Pilot Edge? Well, I don't know, to be honest. I mean, VATSIM is also used quite a lot. I see some Southwest aircraft on the left-hand side, so I'll park
Good
here.
night, black box.
KC-10s. Ah, yeah, KCs, of course. Yeah.
Oh, I don't have any static aircraft in mine. I installed it. The airport looks good. I must have installed it correctly, but I don't have any static airplanes.
Yeah, we'll take the gate to the right here. Bits to bytes, thank you. Good night, Dilo Pilot. Take care.
Hawker driver, maybe? I'm not sure. Hawker driver. I mean, I definitely installed it. I edited my. Oh, sorry, I'm talking on your stream. I'm sorry, Blackbox.
Oh, good, oh, good. Right, some nice docking system. Oh, sorry, folks. At least we got the head nod. Everybody's happy. Yes.
Beaver 524 Echo Alpha, radar contacts the altitude.
Altitude is 900 feet,
All right.
Beaver 524 Echo Alpha.
For Echo Alpha, thank you. The Monterey altimeter 3026. Maintain VFR at or below 1,500 and...
Okay, and the rest are your items.
That's okay. Thank you for having the number 2 squawk standby.
Okay, do you want the checklist or should I just do the flows?
We'll do the flows first, and then we'll read the checklist.
1,500.
Okay.
Beaver 524 Echo Alpha flight.
Headed 1440, ascend and maintain 9,000.
Ascend and maintain 9,000, United 1440.
Good night, black box.
Hang on. MCK, oh sorry, MCK, sorry, you wrote something, hang on, thank you so much, and you wrote, hold on, your flight was what? I read something about RA, landed in London Heathrow, block time 2:25 with 65 minutes holding. You're kidding me, 65 minutes holding, Jesus. TCAS RAs, finding a new alternate to give myself the most fuel for loading. Nice, GG's, well done. That's a cool flight though, isn't it? So AutoGate doesn't work here, unfortunately.
King Air 751 uniform, no traffic observed between you and Powell. Report your IFR cancellation or missed approach in the air on this frequency or on the ground within 5 minutes after landing on 122.2. Change to advisory frequency is approved.
And I'm ready for the checklist.
Shutdown checklist, please.
High high 218, ready for takeoff, runway 8 at Echo 1.
Seatbelts.
Off.
Fuel pumps.
Off. No, yes, yeah.
Sky 218, Albuquerque Tower, turn left heading
Peter
290, runway 8,
Off.
cleared for takeoff, wind 2104.
Hydraulic panel.
Off.
Cleared for takeoff, runway
Anti-collision
8,
light.
turn left heading 2.
Strobe.
Off.
Transponder.
Is standby.
Sky 218, your transmission cut out,
Flaps.
verify left turn heading 290.
Retract it.
Parking brake.
I did
Is on.
state that and
And engine start levers.
left turn 290 after takeoff, 218.
Cut off.
And shutdown check was complete.
Thank you.
1440,
Well,
turn left heading 080.
all right.
I think that was a very nice, perfectly working flight. Shall we do the following?
100%.
Yeah, that was just excellent. Exactly. We always dream of this. Yeah, and
Yes.
it worked this time. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Beer 524 Alpha
Okay,
flight
so what we'll
to
do, I
our
think
outside
best thing
class
to do
Charlie
is
airspace. Remain
restart the
outside class
sim
Charlie
completely,
airspace. Radar service
and then
determined. Block maintain
you'll
VFR.
be.
Crew changes approved.
Well, you can then make the flight on shared flight, and
Thanks, you too.
the only setting I think you need to do in X-plane standby.
You mean Active Sky XP?
Yeah, so under customize weather, so flight configuration weather, you have to select weather mode from custom meta. So you have to select your Xpilot folder with in the Xpilot is the meta file, which Active Sky
Good
updates.
night, black box.
And in Active Sky, the important thing in Active Sky is under options, and then under simulator depiction options.
Okay.
There it says use global static depiction mode, and I think normally that's switched or ticked on, but that has to be ticked off, otherwise it doesn't work.
Okay, mine was off.
Okay, then you should be fine injecting the weather later on when you're the host.
Okay. All right. We'll use Active Sky, and let me go ahead and restart. Oh, let me put the views back the way they belong, so I'll be sitting in the left seat on this one. Correct?
Yep, correct.
So let me fix my views here, and then I'll restart, and we can pick a gate, and then take a little break while the sim is loading.
Yeah, perfect.
Just give me 1 second here. I go to the aircraft folder, and then I've got my prefs file set differently. One for pilot flying and one for pilot monitoring. And then I just copy it over when I'm switching seats in shared flight. So that's what I'm doing now.
Hey, night, how you doing? Yeah.
Okay, that's all done. Let me restart X-plane.
Yeah, restarting as well.
Oh, that was great. Black Box, thank you so much.
Yeah,
oh boy.
I'm glad we chose that VO Delta. I mean, again, room to improvement. I need to note down that this jet is still very fast. And the 104 degrees, that is not a lot of angle going outbound. So, yeah, probably 4.5, 5 miles latest, you need to start that procedure turn.
Yeah, the scenery is so lovely. It's a little bit of a shame that it's kind of a big workload there for the pilot because of scenery, and that you're flying in this little valley, and the scenery is just lovely. So it's a lovely approach in visually. But then as the pilot flying, you get so involved with the workload of the procedure turn and all that. You kind of miss out on the scenery a little bit. What gate are we loading up in Reno?
I think if we go the same gate that we stopped at, it should be Bravo 7.
Okay. All right, I'm going to load up at Bravo 7, and I'm going to take a 1 minute little break here. And
Of
do you
course.
want to connect as the host on Pilot Edge?
Although, I mean,
Okay.
if I connect as host, then you have then I have to file a flight plan, correct? So maybe it's easier than you connect.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll create the shared flight as soon as the sim is loaded, and I'll be back in about a minute and a half here.
All good, all good. Thank you.
Okay.
Let's let me do the flight as well. So I'm going to just completely, and there we are. So I'm going to hop over to this seat now. That's just for the immersion, and I'm going to try to be a good co-pilot, stressing the word try. So let's go with where is it? There. So I still haven't found out why that mutes everything. Hang on. So voice and video, push to talk. So let's have a look at that. No, that has to be different anyways. That has to be Pilot Edge. Oh, it is Pilot Edge, but yeah, and that's also Gamepad 0. All right. Now I have fixed it. Thank God for that. So here's talking to Caesar. That's the ATC. Cool. Good. Right. Yeah. So it's like Caesar said, we're just gonna wait for him to come back. I'll be filing actually doing my flight planning so that I can load Sim Toolkit Pro. So we are going from. So what call sign shall we do? Southwest. Let's do 7-1 Bravo, shall we? Yeah, 7-1 Bravo will do. So Reno. And so in San Francisco, we're also going to do a nice non-standard approach. Or at least we're going to try or request a non-standard approach because the weather today is so that we can actually even do visual approaches. And I heard Caesar saying he would like to do a visual 01 approach, which I have never done. I know that Nico, so Delta 213 on Twitch, DL213 on Twitch, he loves to do these visual 01 in San Francisco. So that's the plan. So we're departing south. That's fine. So it's going to be Mustang 8 departure, Mustang, and then the arrival towards San Francisco. Again, it's only a shorter hop. But long enough to do all the preparations and so on. Question. So, does this aircraft not have INS? So Danny, no. So well, you can activate the SIVA. So here in the options, not this one. Here, you can have the SIVA installed. So where is it? Oh, there, nav options. So you can actually have an FMS, so the standard X-plane FMS if you want. If you have the SIVA installed, so that SIVA plugin, you can actually have the SIVA INS in here. Yes, so you can use INS if you have it installed. Here, today, we're simulating the very basic 737 with only 2 VORs or NDBs. So that's really the challenge, if you like. Yeah, Danny, flying VOR to VOR is not really that complicated. So it's all about staying ahead of the aircraft. That's really the key. Don't fall behind the aircraft. Meaning that, you know, you have to fly the aircraft. Don't let the aircraft fly you. That's a typical kind of pilot talk. Meaning that always look ahead, what you need to do next. So really, what you have is that if you have a phase of more than 5 minutes here in the 737-200 where you didn't do anything, then you're missing something. All right, because in this aircraft you have always something to do. Hey V55, how are you doing? Nice, doing well. And Juan, greetings to Colombia. How are you doing? Yeah, that's true, Toto. Yeah, I totally agree, Toto. With all the programming of the coordinates on these short hops, that would cause a way more workload than just not having it. And again, it's all about getting used to looking at your display, so the HSI, horizontal situation indicator, and make sure that you pre-dial stuff. Yeah. And then on your charts, I'll show you that in a minute with the new chart. You have your airways, and on those airways charts, you actually have the courses or the radials that need to fly. So it's never a guessing game. It's always clearly defined. So, for example, on the routing here up to Reno, we had a departure route, initial radar vectors, and then we set direct to Friant, we got. And then from Friant, we filed the airway, Jet 7. So it gives you a clear number there. It says 342 degrees. So radial 342 outbound from that VOR until half point roundabout. And then you dial in, well, actually, it's, there's a waypoint called Jenny. And then from Jenny, it's about 97 miles. You would then dial in 343 inbound to the next VOR, which is Mustang. And so you have your frequencies there to dial in on your radios, and it's not that complicated. And Adriana, hey, how are you doing? Right, that's all done. Let me just load that here as well, and I'll run down with you regarding weather. Well, I can hear the wind shaking, or at least hitting the house. It's so windy right now. Right, so we've got Reno currently, runways 16 right, 16 left. For San Francisco, we've got a wind 070 at 3, so runway 01 is definitely available in that regard. Right. Then we've got 14 degrees in San Francisco, 3027, and the landing, arriving to it right, to it left, and departing 1 right. So depending on how much traffic they have there at Frisco regarding departures, we may or may not get that visual. Right, can we... let me just ban that guy that keeps spamming political news here, or messages. Thank you. Yeah, the shared flight app is still in beta.
And Blackbacks, I'm ready to go whenever you are.
Right, so I have...
Okay.
Hang on, just going to join your shared flight. Stand by.
Super.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So you filed Southwest 711 again. Is that okay?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Flight
So,
level 280.
yeah. So ATC doesn't mind if you go again with the same call sign.
No.
Okay.
I always file 1180 on my side. That's why I made the mistake. All right, I see you on the shared flight. You're now a crew.
Thank you
I've already
so much.
connected to Pilot Edge, so you can connect to Pilot Edge at your leisure. And I got Active Sky running, and I think I'm all set up here.
Connected to Pilot Edge.
Okay,
Did you do a sim brief for the weights?
I did indeed.
Okay.
So
if you can give them to me, and I'll put them in.
So zero fuel weight 40.5. So 40500. 40.5, and for the fuel.
Let me see. You're in kilograms, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Stand by just a second. Oh, I got to find the options here.
Yeah, that's on the options. Fourth weight display. Imperial.
Okay.
Metric.
Now kilograms.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, there comes the ground power.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I have. Go ahead.
So zero fuel weight 40500 thereabouts.
Okay.
Yeah, so error. Yeah, it's still beta, so you're gonna have to wait until you get maybe elected for the beta team.
500. Zero fuel weight. Okay.
Yeah.
And what's our total fuel?
Yeah, I always dial in. So click on the cargo, for example. So just one click forward cargo and one click after cargo. That puts us to about 40.5.
Okay. Oh, it's not letting me click. I gotta open the doors. Stand by.
Ah, yeah.
Oops. There we go. So, 40. Okay, so I've got a couple of cargoes in there. There we are. All right. So I've got a zero fuel weight. Okay, so I'm sorry. Give me the zero fuel weight again.
40500.
Okay, 40500.
Yeah, right. It doesn't have to be exact. Perfect.
Okay.
Just leave it there.
That's pretty close.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the fuel 5,800 kilograms.
5,800 kilograms. Okay.
Yep, that has matched up perfectly.
Okay, good.
Okay, I'll start the procedure.
Okay.
And I'll start the APU.
Okay.
Such a beautiful aircraft. Right, so I hope my push to talk will work with Pilot Edge, but it should. Can you move the yoke and the throttles, please, just to check that they're working?
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, our overhead panel is set. So we're expecting the... There we are. Parking, SID. So we're expecting the Mustang 8 departure.
That's what I filed.
So taxi out is not going to be complicated either. Looks like Alpha 16 right. Yep, departure says top altitude is 10,000, climb 10,000 or assigned altitude via KRNO, localizer south course to Rishtu, and then left turn direct to Mustang VR. And then from Mustang we'll join the en route section, which is going to be the... Is that already arrival? Hang on. Into Frisco. Yeah, it is. Look at that arrival. So here's Mustang. So from there, from the departure route, we directly go towards the Star into San Francisco. So whether it looks all right for 01, it's just all, I guess, depends on the amount of traffic he has departing 01 in Frisco.
Yeah, okay. I'm guessing that won't be an issue.
So Caesar sent me this chart of the... it says RNAV visual, but it's all about, yeah, that visual in the end. So you can fly this completely visual as well. So normally you would come from the ILS and then break off at Axmouth, that bridge there, and just do the circling. He knows how to fly it. I'll be happy to watch. Should be another exciting approach. So I'm just going to check his setup. So he has dialed in the frequency. From the ILS DME there. So that was the India Romeo November Oscar, 110.9. That's correct. And on my side, I should have Mustang. I don't have it yet. Have you finished the radio nav setup?
Yes, yeah, I'm ready to, if you want to grab the clearance.
Okay, just for me for clarification, I see that you've put the ILS India Romeo November Oscar on your side.
Mm-hmm.
So how about we put on my side Mustang?
Oh, yes, okay, good. I set up my side. I didn't, should have done that. I'll go ahead and dial it in. There we go.
Perfect. Now I am really happy.
Okay, good.
Although no,
I want you to be happy.
No, I'm partially happy.
Uh-oh.
So, still missing the... unless it's on purpose, the top altitude. So, on the autopilot altitude selector.
Okay, I was going to wait for the clearance.
Okay,
first,
fine.
but,
That's perfect. Yeah, no, that's
yeah.
that's exactly the right answer. Now I'm happy.
I'm actually looking at the departure. I'm actually going to put the localizer. Oh, never mind. Sorry. No. We'll put the Mustang on your side. Okay, that'll work. All right.
Right. Let's just check the questions. Sorry for the late answers, guys. So, Aviator, have you ever flown with a real grumpy guy? Yeah, I have. That happens. It's not easy, but you can always kind of break the ice a little bit by asking, you know, what's wrong? Anything troubling you? Have a feeling you're kind of a bit quiet or a bit grumpy? You know, is it something that I've done? You know, you want to talk about something? You know, is there anything I can do? Yeah, I would definitely address it. So don't leave it, you know, or unquestioned. Then we've got, have you ever flown, how do you know that you're following your flight plan on this plane? King Crete, so like I mentioned, regarding the, so I'm just explaining a little bit about the VUR radial tracking. So I'm just saying, because there was a question, how do you know if you're on the right airway and so on. So yeah, on the previous flight, I've just shown how we do that here today now. Initially, the departure Mustang actually is the beginning of the arrival into San Francisco. So after,
correct.
Yeah, so after Mustang, we'll select. So we'll select Mustang VUR, and on one side we'll have the radial, or the course 182 selected, and that will then show up on our HSI. And then all we need to do is to capture that radial. So there's two indications. That is the horizontal situation indication. That little triangle shows you which direction the station that you selected is at. And this is the offset of the radial that you have dialed in. So right now we've dialed in the course 164, i.e. the radial from that VUR station, outbound, because that triangle there shows you the radial away from the station.
Sky 218, verify the approach
and
cost.
We know that we're on that radial if that is centered. Right. And the actual radial that you're on right now, I can look at the number 2.
There is no RNAV.
So the 2 lines, that thicker needle, that shows you towards Mustang, while the other one is the ILS, and that's why it's horizontal, because it's not finding the radial right now.
Cross Dixon at 1000, cleared RNAV runway
it is picking up a DV distance, but not radial. So I know that the Mustang VUR is pointing towards this way, right? So to the right of us. And if I put in the course this way, there we go. Now we've centered that radial. That's our aircraft position there. So now I would be on that radial outbound 237 course if I was heading this way. If I fly towards the station, I would make sure that the triangle of that needle points towards that station. So that's course round about 057, 058 in that region. So then I would turn the heading of the aircraft to 058 to track exactly that radial. So that's how we know where we are, how far away we are from the station, and which direction we fly. Okay, ready for a briefing. Unless you want me to get the clearance first.
Why don't you get the clearance, because we'll see if we get the Mustang 8, and then we'll go ahead and do the briefing.
Roger, let me get paper. $24,900 is the clearance. And I've got information. I don't need to tell him that, actually. For clearance, I just need clearance. I need to tell him the... Oh, I am connected, aren't I? Pilot Edge. Yeah, I am connected. And I've set this to... Reno clearance, good afternoon. Southwest 711 again. At Reno, requesting clearance please to San Francisco.
711, Reno Clearance, clear to the San Francisco Airport, Mustang 8 departure, Mustang VOR, and then is filed. Climb and maintain 10,000. Departure frequency 119.2, squawk 5574.
Southwest 711 is cleared to San Francisco via the Mustang 8 departure. Mustang, then as filed, will climb 10,000. Departure frequency 119.20 and the squawk 5574.
Southwest 711, read back correct.
Thank you. Right, so there you have it.
Okay, I can't hear you at all, unfortunately, when you're talking on Pilot Edge. I heard the Pilot Edge. I heard the readback, but I didn't hear you your voice.
Then let me do the following.
The
Then I'll do the open mic here on Discord as well. Hang on.
Okay.
So at least now when I talk with ATC, you should hear me here on Discord at least.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I would like. So.
Okay, ready for a briefing then.
Okay, so the departure briefing here. So we got the Mustang 8. We're gonna fly outbound on the 164, or not on the 164, on the localizer for 16 right. So this is a back course. We'll be flying here until we get to 3 DME, and then we're going to make a climbing left turn direct to Mustang VOR. Now, the MEA for the, as you pointed out, at Mustang, that's the start of our arrival, and the MEA for that leg of the arrival is flight level 240. So we're going to have to enter the holding pattern here for at least one lap. I'll do a parallel entry on the holding pattern. And we'll continue our climb until we are up to 240 and then proceed on course. And any questions?
That is a very good briefing. Thank you.
Okay. I was just thinking that was such an inadequate briefing compared to the super thorough ones you do.
Yeah, no, I'm in the picture. So, well, what I normally do is check the fuel. So I would brief the fuel. But since we've both gone through the planning here, we've had the loading app open. That's
Aircraft
fine.
calling out is unreadable. Too much static.
So, hope that was not me transmitting.
Several people in my chat were, when you were explaining the VORs, several people in my chat were commenting on what an amazing teacher you are, Black Box. I thought I'd pass that on. And
thank you.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I've said that many times.
Much appreciated. Thanks so much.
Yes, indeed. I speak on behalf of the entire flight sim community when I say we've learned a lot from you. So
that's really kind. Thank you.
Yeah.
And again, I'm enjoying this tremendously. So the shared flight for me is it's just a real huge deal. And maybe not for everyone, but for me it is.
Well, certainly for me. I mean, this is something I would never imagine would happen. Of course, not in real life. It would never happen, but even virtually, it's astonishing what an opportunity for me to get to do this with you. Thank you so much for including me.
Thank you. Right, so I'm just trying to figure out if we need clearance for the pushback, but I don't think so. No.
We are no, we do not, and I'm ready for the pre-flight checklist whenever you are.
Roger. So, pre-flight checklist, oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Nav instrument transfer switches.
Normal.
Yaw damper. Oops, sorry.
It's on.
Yeah. Emergency lights.
Emergency lights are armed.
Window heat.
Window heat is on.
Pressurization mode selector.
Pressurization mode selector is auto.
Yeah, I'm not sure flight altitude. That was 280, wasn't it?
Yes.
Then we've got flight instruments.
Okay, my current heading is 342, and altimeter 3039 shows 4,460 feet.
I can confirm 340 roundabout
Okay.
heading and 3039, 4,460 feet. Parking brake.
Set.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Pre-flight checklist complete.
Mhm.
So APU is running. We've got APU bleed on. You can disconnect the ground power if you like, and then organize the pushback.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do that and close the doors. Oh, I'll call for the pushback truck here.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's better. Yeah.
Stand by.
So
the doors are
is this game
closed.
Microsoft on X? No, this is called X-Plane. So this has been in the market for a much longer time. X-Plane 11, and the way it's updating,
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
it's definitely going to cause some competition with Microsoft
Pushback
Flight
truck
Sim,
is on the way.
which is good. Because again,
I must have installed the scenery wrong because I think I have the default Reno here.
okay.
I read the text file and then the install instructions, and it said to put global airports on top of the Reno scenery in your scenery
Nah,
INI.
that can't be
but-
right.
Yeah, people in chat told me don't do that, so
Yeah, I think global is like right. It's any add-on scenery goes above global airports, I think.
yeah, that makes sense. I was just following what it said to do in the
Yeah, it's weird.
in the text file that it came with, and that was a wrong thing to do. But I'm not going to mess with it. I'll figure that out offline. It's working fine. I can see the default scenery, and it's not
Okay,
causing
all
a problem
doors
in
and
shared
hatches
flight
are
that we have
closed.
different
Ready
scenery.
to connect.
Aviator, my crosswinds are mounted to the desk with mounts from Monster Tech. So Monster Tech, and they are not cheap. Just saying. So just checking the transponder mode.
I'm ready for before start whenever you are.
So I'm going to put this to TARA right now so that ATC has a position, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Before start checklist, fuel.
Tow connected and bypass
I have
in service. Release parking brake.
6,320 pounds on the left side and 6,400 pounds on the right side.
Is checked. Pumps are on. Then we've got passenger signs.
And I'm sorry. Yeah, fuel pumps are all on. Passenger signs on.
Then windows.
Locked.
Yeah, locked on my side as well. MCP.
V2 is 138, and heading selected 164, and altitude 10,000.
Checked. Takeoff speeds.
Takeoff speeds, flaps 5, V1 132, VR 133, and V2 138.
Okay, just another question. So you fly this different than I do. I put the commanded speed buck at V2 so the aircraft doesn't kind of nosedive when I activate indicated airspeed. So I kind of consciously select the increase in speed, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's, I'm sure, the right way to do it.
Well, I think
it's
it's just personal. So I always find myself then selecting on the autopilot panel indicated airspeed, and the aircraft like nosedives to catch the 250 speed.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do that, for example, with the control steering in the climb, then it's fine as well. If you do it your way, just saying, it's not my way. Does not have to be the correct way.
Yeah, I always use I don't use indicated airspeed mode when I fly this plane, just control wheel steering. So
okay, so that's fine. Then put
yeah,
250.
let's do it right here. Yeah.
As you like.
No. I'll leave it there. I want to do it. I want to do it your suggested way.
All right. Then trims.
Trim. Uh, 4.2 set for takeoff.
Roger. Briefing.
Okay, we've done the departure briefing on the takeoff. We're going to assume we're going to get 16 right. We're going to depart straight ahead. If we, I can't do this like you. I feel so inadequate.
No. You already briefed, so you could just say
Okay.
completed. So as briefed, no changes, for example.
Briefing's complete.
Yeah, no changes. Down to the line.
Okay, before start below the line.
Below the line, flight deck door.
Flight deck door locked.
Hydraulic panel.
Hydraulic panel is set.
Air conditioning pack. Oh, that goes off, hang on. Yeah, so they're off.
Okay.
And anti-collision light.
Anti-collision light is on.
Before start checklist completed.
Okay. And are we ready for pushback?
Yep, me too.
Okay. Parking brake released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Pushback drivers. I don't know what it looks like on your. Oh, I can watch it over here. Oh, they're doing it. Our pushback trucks are not exact. Oh, I guess I'm watching a delay on your watching your YouTube. I got your YouTube stream going over my left shoulder there. So.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's all good now. Right. Anytime.
All right, you ready for engine start?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Start 2.
Start valve 2 open. Oh, where's that switch again to get the lights to bright instead of dim?
The lights to bright. I'm not sure.
So, yeah, 20%.
Okay, adding fuel.
Where was it? Anybody else know where it should be? Dome? No, that's dome light. In the real airplane, there is no IS speed mode. Okay. Start valve closed.
Okay. Is your cockpit too dark?
No, the lights, so the indicator lights are really dark. And I know that normally there's a setting for low for night ops, and there's a...
okay, start 1.
Yep. Start valve 1 open. Oh, they are actually on bright. I found the switch. It's right above the standby indicator there, standby attitude indicator.
Yep. Okay, adding fuel.
Yep. HT rise. Right, start
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Okay.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Okay, after flow. Shall I do that?
I've got a defector from your stream over in my stream.
Is he not behaving?
He's giving me some feedback on my briefings.
Oh, that must be Malintly then.
Yes.
I thought so. Oh dear.
No, engines look stable.
Okay, you ready for flight control check anytime?
Okay.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Show position here, so.
No, we don't know.
Flight controls are free.
Yeah.
Okay, checked.
Okay, and anytime ready for the before tax checklist.
Go.
Oh, hang on, there's one more thing, of course.
Okay.
Right, so before takeoff checklist, generators.
On.
That was what's missing. Pitot heat.
On.
Anti-ice.
Not required.
Hydraulic panel.
Set.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
And closed. That's auto, so auto, yeah. Engine start switches.
Low ignition.
Pressurization.
Packs are on and flight auto.
Yeah. Auto throttle is not required. Recall checked. Auto brake. We have no auto brake RTO, do we?
And no auto, no RTO. No.
Okay, so then the engine start levers.
Idle detent.
And flight controls.
Checked.
Oh yeah, sorry. Recall was checked as well. And ground equipment.
Clear left.
Clear right.
Okay.
Before taxi checklist completed.
I'll pull forward a little bit and you can get our taxi clearance. Oh, should we do a Aetis briefing?
Yes, sir. Stand by.
Okay.
So we have Reno information Charlie. Departing 16 right, 16 left. We have 220 at 4, 10 statute miles, clear, 13 degrees, and 3035 on the altimeter.
Okay, 3035 set.
3035 is set my side as well.
Okay.
Good. That was the the Aetis briefing.
Okay, and ready for taxi.
Roger. Reno ground, good afternoon, Southwest 711 with information Charlie requesting taxi please.
Southwest 711, Reno ground, runway 16 right, taxi the Alpha.
Yeah, Alpha 16 right, Southwest 711, thank you. Good, by Alpha. So you can't really miss that. It's
yeah,
out with the apron left turn.
First left.
Off we go. So excited for the approach into Frisco.
Oh gosh, I hope I don't let you down.
All good, all good.
You do it in the simulator, and you feel like, oh, this is just for fun. This is goofy. Nobody would ever do this in real life, but they do it in real life when the wind, because they get those. They're called the Santa Ana winds. They come through.
Oh, yeah.
They can be really strong and.
Yeah, turbulent.
And they have to do it in real life sometimes.
Yeah.
And,
exactly that.
But yeah, doing it in the sim, you'd think nobody ever does this, but it's. You'll see what I mean when we get there.
Yeah.
Have you ever done the circle to land on runway 1?
No, never.
Oh, okay.
I would be ready for a before takeoff checklist.
Okay, before takeoff checklist.
Flaps.
Flaps are set. Flaps 5 green light.
5 green light. APU.
And our APU is off.
Transponder. I could read that. Yeah, exactly. TRA. Radar.
We don't.
Well,
in-op.
Well, okay, I'll put the weather. Cabin crew.
Seated.
That's before takeoff checklist complete.
Okay.
So the cool thing is with shared flights, so you can really distribute the workload. So I'm looking at the tower frequency. I've got that at 18.7 pre-selected. So once we get to the runway threshold, I'll switch over. And he told me that the departure frequency is going to be 19.2. So once I'm actually on the tower frequency, I'll pre-dial 19.2. And again, that just makes things more efficient. Also, I monitor that, make sure that my captain is taxiing to the right runway point, which he is. Yeah. So there comes Alpha 16 right. And then you let me know when you are ready for departure.
Okay.
We can't all be pro as Malindley, but we can. It's worth trying. Indeed. Indeed. Indeed.
And before takeoff checklist.
That's already completed, sir.
Oh, okay.
So next up
All
will
right.
be the after. Oops, nose is going on.
Okay.
Oh, okay, there we go.
What happened?
Yeah,
Everything okay?
Yeah, nose just rose a bit, but all fine.
Okay. I'm looking at your stream to see what happened. Oh, yeah. Okay, not bad. I think we're okay. All right, ready for departure.
Roger. Reno Tower, good afternoon. Southwest 711, 16 right Alpha, ready for departure.
Southwest 711, Reno Tower, wind 210 at 4, runway runway 16 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 16 right, cleared takeoff, Southwest 711. Good, so I'll put the strobe lights on, I'll give you the landing lights on. Noting down the time, which is 1:28. Approach sector is
Okay,
clear.
clear left.
Clear right. So we're looking for 2.15 EPR, and then about 1,000 feet height.
That's good.
So 2.15 EPR, and then about 1,000 feet height. I would aim for about 1.92 or something for the climb power.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm ready. Here we go.
Takeoff power set.
Okay.
$80 knots.
Check.
J-snap, yeah. V1. Rotate.
Hey.
Positive time.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Southwest City Ground, hello, Nova 6005
there's
Echo, down
Klaus.
Atlantic with hotel for taxi, please.
Number 6005 Echo, Salt Lake Ground, runway 17, taxi via Kilo.
17 via Kilo, Nova 6005 Echo.
You're doing great.
Oh gosh. Thank
Right.
you.
I would, yeah, I would go with clamp power now, just to reduce the stress on the engines. Perfect.
And flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps 1.
Control while steering in.
Southwest 711, connect NorCal departure.
We'll contact NorCal departure. We'll contact NorCal departure Southwest 711. NorCal departure, good afternoon, Southwest 711, passing 6,500, climbing via the Mustang 8.
Southwest 711, NorCal departure, radar contact, climb maintain flight level 190.
Climb maintain flight level 190, Southwest 711.
And Southwest 711, did you guys plan to hold over Mustang until reaching flight level 240, or do you want a vector to join the Modesto departure sooner than that?
What do you want, vectors or hold?
Let's do the hold.
Okay, so my captain tells me he would like to do the holding, Southwest 711.
Southwest 711, roger.
So now you can hear me when I'm talking to ATC, is that correct?
Yes, yeah, everything's great now. Thank you.
And look at that, he's right on the track. Pro pilot at work here, look at that.
A little nervous about the hold, but that's okay.
I'll be here with you. Right, let me know when you want to retract the flaps.
Okay, and roll out after the turn.
Cool. Zit, hey, greetings to Tunisia. How are you doing? Yeah, where do I deactivate the sounds in...
All right, 10,000 feet.
Checked. Yeah, you're right. That annoys me as well. Man, where would I find that button?
Flaps up.
Speed checked. Flaps up.
Seattle Center, Cessna 73 X-ray Yankee on the ground, Salem, looking to pick up IFR Portland.
Aircraft calling, verifies call sign 73 X-ray Yankee. I don't have a 73 X-ray Yankee.
734 X-ray Yankee.
Scott 734 X-ray Yankee, cleared to the Portland airport, is filed. Climb maintain 5,000. Departure frequency 121.4. Squawk 1725.
I
hold
found
for
the
release.
button. I finally found the button where it doesn't do ding ding.
Cleared to Portland
when,
outbound, climb
muting,
maintain 5,000.
Discord.
121.4 and 1725. Hold for
You
release.
have a stream deck.
734
I saw.
Back 734 X-ray Yankee, read back correct. Give me a call on you on number 1 ready for departure.
I saw that Stream Deck just added Discord compatibility, so you can set a button to mute and do all that stuff. And I haven't done it yet. I figured a workaround to do to mute myself.
Number 6005 Echo, Salt Lake Tower, runway 17 cleared for takeoff. And wind's calm.
Right, so I've selected 221 course inbound on my side. Is there anything I can do on your side?
I'm good for now, thank you. I need my little timer here.
Yeah, I would say you're outbound about 15 seconds now, so another maybe, yeah, 45 seconds outbound. Yeah, so DK, thanks for asking. I felt the house shaking a couple of times, so I'm right below on the roof. And I can check the weather right now in Bremen.
Keep the speed at 250 knots.
Yep. We've got 35, gusts 48, and it can go up to 65 knots.
711, connect Oakland Center, 132.95.
132.95, Southwest 711. Yep, good on timing.
Eagle Crown, Baron 744 Bravo Romeo.
Oh. Now it's doing it again with the sounds.
744 Bravo Romeo, Eagle Ground, runway 25, taxi to Alpha.
Right, I'm just going to mute everything. Okay, cool, that works. Right, we're coming up 18,000 feet. You're on a right turn, perfectly towards the station. I like it. In Berlin, it's horrible as well. Oh, wow, yeah. Oh, Avenger. Yeah. So even...
711 Oakland Center.
Yeah, sorry, just to call you. We're passing 8,000, climbing 190 in the Mustang hold right now.
Southwest 711, climb maintain by level 280.
Oh, that's your... Climb maintainable 280, Southwest 711. Yeah, exactly, that's your item, not mine. You've got the autopilot on.
Whoopsie. Whoops, what am I doing?
5 Echo, connect Salt Lake departure.
Ignore what I just did.
Oh, good. So, yeah, I've got to go like 270 heading or something.
Challenger 6005 Echo, Salt Lake departure. Radar contact, climb maintain
I have
by level
standard sets.
230.
Okay, standard set.
And I can give you any time if you like after the takeoff checklist.
Okay, go ahead.
After the checklist, engine bleeds.
Okay, engine bleeds are on.
Packs.
Challenger 05
Packs
Echo,
are
clear
on.
to Zion.
Isolation valve.
1 departure.
Isolation valve is auto.
Landing gear.
Is up and off.
And flaps.
Up, no light.
After takeoff checklist complete. Time to look at the scenery. Beautiful. So I find it quite interesting that, as you're saying, I find it quite interesting that you have to, even in these conditions at the moment, so to get your en route MCA or MEA, yeah, you need that level 280.
240, I think it is.
Is it 240? Let me just check. Yeah, you're right, 240. So still, I mean, wow, right? So do we need clearance to go on course, or can we go on our own on course?
Oh, I just passed the station. I never intercepted the radial. Not sure how that happened.
Okay.
I thought my intercept angle was enough, but maybe not. Yeah, I guess the winds are stronger up here than I anticipated.
Yeah, yeah, I'm surprised as well. But so I think if you do like more like a 362 Mustang, I think we're good to go then. Just wondering, so do we need clearance to go en route, or can we just go en route on ourselves?
Proceed en route ourselves.
Okay. Alpha, it could be. I need. Well, I could maybe try a higher upload rate.
This is a good opportunity for a flyby here. Scenery looks great. Yeah, Hawker driver, so Black Box was asking, once we're above flight level 240, do we proceed on course, or do we need to get ATC clearance to proceed on course?
Nordish, yeah. Exactly, so Nordish, I've left Twitch for personal reasons. And yeah, I'm definitely staying here.
005, Echo,
even though I know it means lower viewer numbers. But again, I'm not doing this for money, I'm doing this for my enjoyment, and hopefully for those that still want to watch my streams.
05, Echo, Salt Lake Center 135.77.
Hey Salamander, how you doing? Right. Yeah, so now we could go directly back to Mustang, or do you have to complete the holding pattern?
Center, climbing tape flight to level. Oh, climbing tape level 380.
Climbing tape 380, thank you.
I mean, we are safe, aren't we?
Yeah, I would. Normally, I would do the holding, the lap and the holding here. We got about 30 seconds to go.
That's another question to Pilot Edge.
Okay, let me ask Hawker Driver.
Yep.
Hawker Driver, the question is, so we just completed our outbound turn here on the hold. We're above flight level 240. Can we just immediately turn around back to the VOR and proceed on course, or do we need to fly the published holding pattern there and then proceed on course when we get to the end? Hawker Driver says fly the normal hold, so...
Interesting, because I would have thought, since the holding pattern...
44 Bravo Romeo Eagle Tower.
Holding pattern means that's your safe area regarding obstacle clearance. And regarding our obstacle clearance, our number was 240.
744 Bravo Romeo, left.
And since, so the question for me was then, if I don't need clearance to go en route, why would he care that I do the full holding pattern instead of, passing 240 and go en route? But okay, if he says, I mean, he's ATC, so if he says...
734
we expect to fly the complete holding
Yankee.
pattern, alright, that's the way it is. 2,000 feet to go.
CL Center, verify squawking your sign.
DK, thank you much. Yeah.
I've assumed it was just by the whole holding pattern, but I honestly have never asked, and I'm glad that it came up, because now I know for sure, definitively.
Yeah, the thing is, so it's either for me it's two things. So either it's safety-wise regarding terrain, or is it due to the other traffic around you? So for sequencing, but right now I doubt we're having issues with it. So yeah, okay, but interesting.
7 miles south of Newburgh of the Portland altimeter 3042.
Silent Hunter, no.
3042.
SimCaesar, can you tell Silent Hunter in my stream that you're doing this completely, on your free will? I have not forced you to fly a shared cockpit with me. No, he's doing that.
Well, Black Box told me that if I didn't fly share cockpit with him, he would ban me from the stream. So, yeah.
Oh.
No, that's not true. That's not true at all.
Yeah. So, but it's correct. I am stressing SimCaesar. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm here for.
I'm okay now. I'm going to be a little stressed when we get to the circle of land.
Well, no. So really, all you need to do, Caesar, is just to let me know anything that I can help with the nav setup. That's what I'm here for, right? So you can offload some workload on me.
I did a bad job correcting for the wind. Was my mistake here on that hold.
Well, to be honest, I am.
Okay now.
Yeah, I am surprised how strong it is. Because on the way to Reno, we didn't have that much wind.
Yeah, it really is quite significant.
Yeah, it's 20 knots it says. So easterly with 20 knots. But then again, you were going pretty slow, so that has more effect, obviously.
Yeah, well.
Avengers not convinced. Tisk. Oh, shall we release the cabin?
Oh, yes, please. If you don't mind.
Yeah, that way we can get some coffee.
Oh, fantastic.
So it's brilliant with the orthos. It just looks so cool.
Do you like the arrival briefing since we're on the arrival already?
That would be a great idea, actually.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
Okay, we're coming over Mustang here. I'm attempting to get on the 182-degree radial outbound here. I overshot it a little bit, but we'll get back. We're right close to the station, so so we're going to fly this leg 115 miles till we get to Tros intersection. It's going to be the Modesto 244 inbound, and then Seeds, and we're going to hopefully we'll be getting the we'll fly it all the way into Meta?
You're asking me? I'm the wrong person to ask how to pronounce these things.
And intercept the ILS for 28 left, and then request the circle of land runway 1. You have any questions?
No, my captain.
There's
all good.
Okay. There's no descent via instructions on the arrival, so we got expected 11,000 at CDs, so if we get that, we should start our descent.
X-ray Yankee, connect for approach 118.42.
About 10 miles before
118.42, 74 X-ray Yankee.
That's what I figure.
Okay, so we've got 17,000 feet. That's about 60 miles, 55 miles.
Back 74 X-ray
where?
Yankee, Portland approach, the Portland altimeter 3042.
About 10 miles before we get to Tros, before we make that turn.
Okay, so the complete trek distance from Tros to Seeds is that 27 miles roundabout?
From Tros to Seeds, yes, 27 miles, and then it's another 32 miles to Seeds.
Oh, in total distance from so it's 26 to Modesto, and then from Modesto. No, it's not. Hang on. What am I? No, it's a completely 26.7 to Modesto, right? It's not to scale. So 26.7 to Modesto, almost 30 miles to Modesto, and then Modesto to Aetis, it is another 30. So I would say. Actually, what, 6-7 miles after Tros? Yeah, that will be fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, at least our viewers get a great impression of how this aircraft would have been flown back in those days. These very rudimentary indications. The pilots back then obviously had a lot more skill than us because they were more trained on using these things. But for me personally, you know, flying RNAV, RMP most of the time, it's always a great way to actually practice a little bit the good old school flying and kind of get a better mental picture using these raw data indications, you know, about the position of the aircraft. Oh, look at that lake. Just enjoying.
I think it's just a good skill to have and a cool skill to have if you're a sim pilot, to be able to fly VOR to VOR and not just rely on the FMC. And like I told you at the start of the show, I've been trying to advance my knowledge and do some trickier things besides just ILSs flying.
Yeah.
If I can find an arc, I enjoy that. I've been doing some NDB approaches, and yeah, it's a good challenge for a sim pilot to do that kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying it. And then someday, if I ever get my IFR rating in real life, I'll be glad that I've spent all that time in the simulator.
Absolutely. That will really help you.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a head start. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. J-Snap. Yeah, well, I mean.
So this is our little.
You know, that's my offer.
To relax a little bit here, and then it's going to get busy once we get.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, so I find it really cool that actually in real life, aiming to get an IFR rating as well. I mean, most people will just be happy to have, you know, PPL. So very cool indeed.
I'd like to get it because, not just because it's a wonderful thing to have, you know, even if you plan on doing VFR flying mostly, it's still nice to have that in your toolkit. But also because it interests me so much from doing it in the sim so much.
Are you parked on the north side, though? I can get you out the 10 left.
I'd kind of like to see how I would do in real life, and you know, making a serious attempt at getting an IFR rating.
Yeah, I'll play ILS 10 left for you. Then.
So I'm really interested in it. Hopefully, I could maybe get started this year. Okay. We'll see.
Yeah, and what aircraft type are you going to train on then?
Probably Skyhawks.
Nice.
Yeah. There seems to be an abundance of that at FBOs around where I live. So.
And I guess these days they have, what, Garmin 1000s already, or what kind of equipment do they have?
A lot of the ones I've been looking at just have the analog panel with a GNS 430 in it. They seem to, the old analog panel ones pretty much seem to be universally upgraded to the GNS 430 GPS. But, you know, with ForeFlight, you know, you can't use your iPad for IFR flying, but you can still use it for supplementing, you know, what you're doing and looking at charts and things. And that just makes it so, that ForeFlight's amazing. And you can, you know, superimpose the your approach plates over the IFR, the low altitude IFR charts. I mean, there's so many tools. Even though it may not have, the plane may not have a glass panel, it's just there's so much going on. There are some glass panel 172s available for rent around, but they tend to be $30-40 more expensive per hour. You know, because they're much newer and
yeah, sure.
And it's significantly more expensive. And
Stack 734 X-ray
yeah.
Yankee, fly
I would just enjoy doing it in the analog panels because
final approach course is going to maintain 4,000.
They're more near and dear to my heart, you know.
Yeah,
and,
sure. I mean, you know, I think it's again you kind of, you know, using it to your advantage because you're already knowledgeable on that area. While I guess a lot of maybe younger people, not so knowledgeable, they will try to opt for the easier option. Initially, of course, you know, the technology behind those Garmins, etc., all these high-tech equipment is a bit more to learn to use them. But once you're able to use them, it's of course very modern and will then help you a lot in flying IFR. But I quite like your approach because, you know, A, you learn it properly, and B, it's cheaper as well.
Yeah, so yeah, if I can get started this year, yeah, probably be doing it in old 1970s Skyhawks that, you know, they'll have a GPS, they'll have like a GNS 430, which I know is not state of the art, but yeah, they get ForeFlight, and you can buy these for your iPad. These little GPS and ADS-B receivers, which they cost a few $100s, and they're super nice because they not only give you accurate GPS position for ForeFlight on your iPad, but they pick up the ADS-B information.
Yeah.
So you can see all the traffic around you. You get weather. It's really amazing, and it's all free except for the cost of the hardware. But yeah, that's really amazing, and I've used it for VFR flying, and it's super nice if you're a VFR and you're flying. You know, you're not talking to ATC or whatever. You can see all the traffic around you, and it really adds to the safety.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's not just for information in general, but also for safety. Yeah, very nice. Mark just said Stressmeister. Oh.
I'm trying to relax right now, but it's going to get exciting going into San Francisco here, and I hope I don't let anybody down with the circle of land approach.
Nah, all good.
It's
and in the end,
really,
you can always go around.
Yeah, that's true.
No shame in doing
will.
that.
Yeah, I will if I need to.
So, for those wondering how SimCaesar right now is flying the aircraft, so the 737-200 here, the Flight JSIM, has a strange kind of autopilot system. Strange in the sense that you actually have two engaged paddles, one for the aileron and one for the elevator. And you can select lateral modes and you can select vertical modes. So right now, what SimCaesar has done, he's only using the lateral mode with alt hold. Vertically he's doing that with alt hold. Laterally he's doing that manually, meaning the autopilot, aileron, elevator are engaged. However, the inputs he's doing are done through the yoke. So any turns, he'll manipulate the yoke left and right, and that way he's tracking his radial right now. He could, if he wanted to, use the VOR lock mode with the autopilot system. Then the autopilot would track it for him. And that's what I did on the flight to Reno. So I also see you've got a very nice power setting for the cruise.
Yeah, no auto throttle on this plane, so you just kind of have...
descend level 200 and contact 120, 905, Southwest 711. Yep.
November 414 Tango, Albuquerque.
I'm just, was that Oakland or San Francisco already?
Squawk 3114.
That's Oakland Center.
Tango.
So 15 miles, we've got our turn to Modesto. Look at that, how the... Just amazed how the flat has become, or how the land, the mountains have become a lot flatter. Oakland Center, good afternoon. Southwest 711, passing 270, descending level 200.
Southwest 711, NorCal approach.
Oh.
Cross seeds at 1000 San Francisco, altimeter 3025, information X-ray current.
Okay, we'll check X-ray, descend 1000, cross at seeds, and altimeter 3025, Southwest 711.
Aspen Tower, Baron 744 Bravo Romeo, mid-keel to right, downwind runway 33.
Okay, I'll fetch the Aetis for you.
Okay.
Or 744 Bravo Romeo, runway 33, clear to land.
Runway 33, clear to land, 744 Bravo Romeo.
It's interesting how it only has direct Aetis. So I can tell you San Francisco is information X-ray, 050 at 3,
4149 Tango has
15
the
degrees,
airport
broken
in sight.
20,000 feet,
4149 Tango, roger.
10 section mile, and altimeter, I can confirm 3025.
Over to tower, 49
Okay,
Tango.
that actually is sounds nice for the circle to land.
6005 Echo, Contact LA Center 124.62.
Okay, so let's see. One thing in CRM, what we do, Caesar, it's perfectly fine that you switch over the radios, so the nav radios, but it would be a cool idea to let the other pilot know that what you're selecting.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm like, oh, hang on, what's it indicating now on my side? So I have to check.
So sorry.
Yeah, no, it's
okay.
no. Oh, just saying. You know, that's typical with shared flight that you have to kind of be aware of these changes.
Okay, so I thought we were
ILS
runway 28 right
land with November.
Blocked.
Southwest 711, expect ILS runway 28 right approach.
Expecting ILS 28 right approach, Southwest 711. If available later on, we'll appreciate visual runway 1.
Southwest 711, I have your request.
Thank you.
4149 Tango.
Right.
So yeah, we're going to need the ILS 28 left
Enter right downwind,
to do that
runway
approach.
3.
Yeah, so initially 28 right,
7.
so we'll prepare for that initially,
Enter right
but yeah,
downwind,
we're flexible, right?
Runway 3 cleared to land, 4149 Tango.
Okay, so yeah, you were saying with the radios.
Okay, so I've got on your side I've got 113.9. Can you put in the 236 degree radial there?
Expect visual approach runway 1 left.
236. We'll expect the visual 1 left. Thank you much. Southwest 711. There we go.
Aspen Tower, Baron 744 Bravo Romeo, clear of
So you got your wish.
and Alpha 3 for DA parking.
Or 4 Bravo Romeo.
Next time I'll ask. I'm sorry. Such a force I have it when, you know, from flying solo pilot, single pilot.
Yeah, but a lot of people going into shared flight will have exactly that kind of experience at the beginning. You know, understanding what parts you can actually offload to your pilot monitoring to get a sensible kind of workload distribution on one hand, and on the other side, communicate. make sure that you don't do things on your own and not tell the other pilot. That's a big no-no in the flight deck. Okay, coming to Modesto. So we've got 30 miles to seed still, and we only have to lose 8,000 feet. You're doing very well.
Okay, just passing the station.
Yep. There it is.
And altimeter is 3025.
Is set on my side, passing 17.7.
So when we get handed off to approach, specifically what I want is the ILS 28 left, circle the land runway 1, either one left or one right, depending on ATC assignment.
Okay. Do you think we're going to get one more handover to the next frequency then?
Yeah, well, I think we're on center right now, so we should be handed off to
approach some point.
NorCal approach,
yeah.
And we can make that specific request through them, I think.
Yeah, okay, so when we switch, I'll do that request. 28 left and visual either one left or one right. Copied. Alright, yeah, there's a broken cloud, 20,000 feet, so now looking down. Very nice.
Yeah, it just flew through that little broken cloud layer. That was nice.
November 4, X-ray Yankee to set maintain 3,000.
Down to 3,000, 734 X-ray Yankee.
It's kind of interesting with enhanced atmospherics. Normally I like the clouds, I do it, but it's sometimes a weird combination of the cloud layers that give me an FPS drop.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at your stream. It looks, your clouds look a lot better than mine. Mine are just kind of a soupy mess.
Yeah, but now at a cost, unfortunately. It's not bad. It's still got 50 FPS, but just not the 60 I had before.
Hopefully, X-Plane 12 will solve all these weather cloud issues.
That would be nice.
It's really kind of a thorn in the side of X-Plane that the weather is just
absolutely
not. It can't keep up with even prepared.
Yep.
It's got pretty clouds.
Yeah.
Descent checklist.
Yankee, turn right,
yes, sir.
010.
Pressurization, cabin altitude.
Right to 0104 X-ray Yankee.
Set. Landing altitude. Okay, set.
Recall.
Checked.
Auto brake. What would you like? Auto brake. What would you like?
Medium.
Auto brake.
Southwest 711, contact NorCal approach 135.65.
135.65 Southwest 711. So there we go. There's the approach. But the communication part, having not to do all the communication switching, that's so nice, isn't it?
Yes. It's really one of the most fun parts of shared flight for me, regardless of which seat I'm in.
NorCal approach, good afternoon, Southwest 711, 120, sorry, 12,000 descending, 11,000, we have information X-ray and requesting ILS 28 left with the visual on the ones. Hey Big Ears, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Southwest 711 NorCal approach, expect ILS runway 28 left, circle, runway 1 left approach.
Thank you so much. Expecting ILS 28 left with a circle 1 left, Southwest 711. There you go.
Okay, great.
Right. 11,000, perfect.
November 4 X-ray Yankee to settle maintain 2,500.
And
maintain 2,500 for X-ray Yankee.
shall I continue the checklist?
Yes.
November 4
Landing data.
Park, give you a 5-shot remain this frequency.
VREF is
Taxi to Park, Takeoff Foxtrot, stay with you. And just a quick question.
130.
What is my transmission quality like? I've been having issues with
130 checked.
And,
broken transmission.
Yeah.
400, take a line clear.
Careful with speed.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to get down to 250.
Good. Okay, and the last point is approach briefing.
Okay, approach briefing. So,
Archie at 7,000, cleared ILS runway 28 left, approach circle, runway 1 left.
What was the altitude again?
7,000 at Archie.
Yeah. So Southwest 711 descent 7,000 by Archie and cleared the ILS 28 left, circle band 1 left, Southwest 711.
Okay, so approach briefing. So we are. So Archie is 20 DME from Woodside, 113.9.
From Blazer,
to make the turn onto Woodside, and then we'll intercept the ILS 28 left. We'll follow the glide slope until 1,800 feet, then make a left turn heading 243, and the rest is all visual. And did he specify a left or right for the circle?
1 left.
1 left, okay. Yep. So it's the rest is all visual. We'll try to skirt the mountains as close as we can. You have to be lower than you feel comfortable with a little bit based on my previous experience with this
absolutely, yeah. All good.
Approach, so
yep.
I'll do the best I can.
I have full faith in my captain.
Oh gosh.
Captain, seatbelts?
122 Jerry, Quebec, NorCal, approach
seatbelts
6473.
Alright. Switched on the landing lights for you.
Okay, so Archie, once again.
7,000, yeah.
20 DME, we're at 27 DME now.
Yeah.
Localizer is 109.55.
Yeah. And speed-wise, what speed would you want to fly?
Speed-wise, we'll be flying the approach at. Oh, we're going way too fast.
Yeah.
I wasn't even paying attention. Okay, 109.55 and 284. What's it?
So.
No. Localizer is 109.55.
Yeah, but SimCaesar, so this is you could hand this off to me. I've got capacity, so just say dial in the ILS 28 left on VR1.
Portland Tower 118.7.
Okay.
Over to Tower 118.7 for X-ray Yankee.
Do you have Woodside on your side?
Yep.
Okay. I'm a little concerned because we're almost at Archie and I'm not picking up the localizer yet.
No, no, fine. Just go continue then at 238 towards the localizer.
Okay.
And if you want, I can set San Francisco VOR, so we have a VOR reading at least.
Portland Tower,
okay, please do that.
Yankee, crossing Blazer inbound the ILS 10 left, Portland.
November 734 X-ray Yankee, Portland Tower, runway 10 left, clear to land, wind calm.
Clear to land 10 left, 734 X-ray
There we go.
Yankee.
I've dialed in 284 as well for the radio.
Okay. I'm still not picking up the localizer on my side.
I would initially just follow the VOR. That should be fine.
Okay.
Okay, and you can descend down to 6,000 now.
Okay. And flaps 1.
Speed checked, flaps 1. Be careful with speed that we stay below 230.
Yep. Thank you.
Inbound course should be 284, correct?
284, yes. Okay. Thank you. And I'm picking up the glide slope, but not picking up the localizer. It should come in a minute.
Okay. Yeah, it's just slightly right of the VOR radial, so just...
I see that. Yeah. Here we go.
Perfect. Okay, we're passing Ponky. You can go down 5,000 now.
Okay. Can you set, since the glide slope is coming in, can you set minimums on the altitude hold?
Yep, 5,000 set.
Okay. Or minimums for the ILS approach, so that it doesn't keep capturing the altitude.
Yeah, how about
because at this point?
Yeah, 1,800. How about that?
Okay. Yeah. Oh, perfect, perfect. Yeah, because at this point the glide slope is we're on the glide slope, so.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, 1,800 is set, and that will be the final descent, anyways. Then.
Okay.
Now you've got localizer, I think. Yeah, I think you're picking up the localizer. Yeah. Yeah, good. It's stressful, isn't it? Yeah, no worries. All good. Teo, it is really enjoyable, trust me. If I were you, I just personal preference, I would just slow down a bit more.
Yeah, I've got the... Are we okay for flaps 5 speed-wise?
No, just put a speed brake out, go down to, let's see. So the placard for flaps 5 is 225. Alright, yeah, I would be happy with flaps 5 now.
Okay, flaps 5.
Speed check, flaps 5. And I see that you're on the localizer. On glide slope as well, perfect. There's the airport ahead.
Okay.
Alpha 711 connect San Francisco Tower 120.5.
120.5 Southwest 711. Thank you very much. San Francisco Tower, good afternoon. Southwest 711 on the LS, 28 left for the circling, 1 left.
South of 711 San Francisco Tower, running 1 left, clear to land 102.05.
1 left, hit land, Southwest 711. There we go. Oh, that's exciting. I've never seen this. I've seen Dal213 on Twitch do it, but I've never seen it anyone else do it.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take the autopilot out completely.
Yep. Shall I dial in, I don't know, 4,000 for the missed approach?
Yes, you can go ahead and do that now that the autopilot is off. And can I get gear down?
Yes, sir. Gear down.
Number 4 X-ray Yankee 1 able to turn right, taxi Alpha to parking, remain.
Okay, this is going to go really quick.
I can see that, yeah.
Alpha to parking, remain this frequency 4 X-ray Yankee.
Oh, sorry.
Flaps 15.
Yeah. I hope it didn't increase the thrust there for you.
No, that was me.
Okay, cool. Flaps 15.
Okay. And we're starting a left turn heading 243.
Carefully climbing.
Yeah. Okay. Here we are. So I'm going to rely on you to help me determine my turn to final here.
Okay.
Because you'll have a much better view than I will. We're not actually on a 90-degree base leg here. We're kind of coming in at a
angle.
Pretty big angle. So.
Roger. I'll help. Okay, so flaps are at 15.
Okay.
Yeah, I think...
yep. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're gonna have to arm the speed brakes because I can't do it.
Okay. There.
Suggest further flaps.
Flaps 20.
Speed check. Flaps 25. Yeah, it looks a bit high to me.
Okay.
Yeah, runway's 2 o'clock.
Okay. Yes. I see.
Flaps 30.
Flaps 30.
Flaps 30.
And if you could run the landing checklist silently.
Yes, sir. Yeah, runway's now 2 o'clock. Okay, keep turning. Yeah, about 20-degree bank would do. Looks still just a tad high, but yeah, 1,000 feet per minute, can't do much more. Yeah, this rate will be good. Just see runway.
Okay, I can't see the runway
Okay,
at
no,
all.
just keep it that way. You'll be perfectly aligning with one
Okay.
left.
Okay.
A little bit wings level. There we go. You should see the runway now.
Okay.
A little bit to the right. That sync rate, careful.
Okay. I still got some airspeed to lose.
Yep.
400.
Yeah, careful sync rate. High sync rate.
Okay.
300.
Okay. Okay. Sync rate.
Sync rate.
Careful sync rate.
1 sync rate. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Yep. Spoilers.
Okay.
Reverse.
Reversers.
Anti-cell.
Manual braking.
Yeah, 80 knots. So next one left is Charlie, or we go down to Victor, whatever you like. No, Charlie's good.
Charlie.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the first.
711 taxi Charlie Echo Alpha to parking cross runway 28 right, 28 left at Echo.
Charlie Echo Alpha will cross 28 right, 28 left at Echo Southwest 711. There we go, so you know your way around here. There's Echo, perfect, cleared across.
Oh gosh, boy, I'll tell you what, it's really, really nice having somebody in the right seat to do the spotting for you.
Yeah.
Wow. Great job, Black Box. My gosh, that was great.
Yeah, I wish I could have helped a bit more with the approach itself, because I've never flown it, so I didn't exactly know how close you're going to fly to that mountain ridge there, that hill ridge. So I didn't know how many track miles really you had. Yeah,
it's so tight, and there's
clear right.
Clear left. You really feel like, oh gosh, I'm buzzing these people's houses. I should be, I mean, even on that approach, I still waited a little bit too long before I started descending from the level off altitude.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can't be timid about your
Hey, Captain
descent,
Teos, thank you, and Peter, thank you.
Once you make the left turn towards the mountains, once you get to the mountains and you start turning right, it's almost a continuous descent and a right turn all the way, and just to try to time it right is just
Voyager. Good night to you. Yeah, next stream I
really
may stream Sunday. Voyager, I'll have a look.
Made a complete. I think I'm going the wrong way for Southwest. That's okay.
Yeah, it's not updated yet.
It was a different experience having someone be able to just be focused on where the runway is and kind of give me directions.
Yeah.
A little bit extra bank, a little bit too high. That my gosh, it was a completely different experience.
Yeah.
And
so the cool thing is,
wonderful.
yeah, and the cool thing is, I've noticed a couple of things which we'll do the debriefing if you want offline, so you don't have it on stream. and I can give you some. It's not critique; it's just a feedback. So you know.
Well, online is great if you want to do it online. That's I'm perfectly happy.
Yeah, we'll just
I
park.
think everybody would enjoy that.
Yeah, park,
okay.
And then read checklist, and we'll do that.
All right. I'm in the completely wrong spot for Southwest, I think, but
who cares? We'll squeeze here, and that's it.
Okay.
APU is available.
Thank you for doing the cleanup and all that without me
that's
calling
my job.
for it.
Yeah, that's my job. Oh, is it JSnap? Okay, I need to look at YouTube then, yeah. Thank you.
Parking brake set, and
I'll give you the oops, APU, hang on. And APU's online. So you can switch off the engines.
Okay.
There we go. Breathe.
Oh man, that's exciting.
Do all my items here. Put the APU bleed on, and I would be ready for a shutdown checklist.
Okay, shutdown checklist.
Shutdown checklist. Almost ready. There we go. Seatbelts.
There we go. All right, seatbelts are off.
Fuel pumps.
Fuel pumps on, except for APU.
Yeah, pitot heat.
Pitot heat is off.
Hydraulic panel. Actually, let's put these. No, hang on. Let's wait until the chocks are set.
Okay. Hydraulic panel set.
Anti-collision light.
Anti-collision light is off.
Strobe lights.
Strobe's off.
Transponder. Oh yeah, transponder. Where's that? Down there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Standby.
Flaps
are up.
Parking brake
on.
Engine start levers
cut off.
And weather radar
off.
Shutdown checklist complete. GG. Big round of applause.
Oh man.
I mean,
what a day.
Yeah. First of all, let me say this: you've got to realize it takes a lot of courage to do a flight with me online, right? With so many people watching, where you could mess up so easily, and you know, kind of have that embarrassment of having made, or even if you do like little mistakes or so, it's always a kind of an embarrassment. Just like me, for example, forgetting to switch the air conditioning to ground mode. So yeah, you always have, you know, literally something to lose if you do this with so many people watching. Knowing that we have, since we're an aviation channel, we both have real-world pilots, we have real-world air traffic controllers, etc., etc. So knowledgeable people that will spot some stuff. So yeah, you've got, you know, you can't, you know, trying to avoid those little mines. But yeah, from time to time you'll step in one. Now, the feedback that I'm giving is not to tell you like, oh look, you've done this wrong and you've done that wrong. No, it's more about, for the viewers that really are fascinated by what we're doing here with Shared Flight and having the opportunity at some point soon to join the Shared Flight community and be able to witness this for themselves and experience this for themselves. The idea is the following. So the difficulty will be the following. Anyone that has flown flight sims for such a long time will have the issue exactly like we've experienced today with you, where you'll do things like switch over radios without telling the other guy. All right, you'll try to do so many things by yourself while your pilot monitoring is looking out the window and has all the time in the world to do things for you. So you have to, and for me as a professional pilot, it's easy. I've been doing this all my life, all my career, right? So I've grown up with it. Even flying, believe it or not, so when we flew Bonanzas, we flew this in shared cockpit mode, not shared, so shared flight principles with the CRM right from the start. We never learned single pilot concept. It was always multi-crew concept right from the start, right from the get-go. So it's been in our genes, if you like, so aviation genes right from the start. So for me, it's easy. So I do these things naturally. So, and me as a captain, I have the privilege to have co-pilots with me that are extremely motivated, extremely knowledgeable. So I can give them so much workload that I actually use it. In certain situations, I will use it because that's what is expected of me, right? So I free up my capacity level, and I can then have then I have more capacity available for the tasks ahead. And the great kind of deal is that if you manage to balance it perfectly, everyone will have the same kind of stress level, right? So at the end of the day, and nobody will feel like completely stressed out while the other one thinks like, oh, I could do another 2 sectors, right? So that's the idea, balance. Now, for us flight simmers, being used to single pilot concept, it's going to be, well, difficult to learn that multi-crew concept. But it's a process step by step. So like we've done now several flights, and again, so when I'm noticing something now, I will let you know. And next time, hopefully then you'll say, oh, I remember that black box said, don't tune the VOR or the ILS yourself, hand it over to the pilot monitoring, right? So you have your SOP procedures, and that's something we would need to script. So I'm sure that the community at some point, there's always some fantastic folks that make these checklists and procedures, the SOP procedures for multi-crew. We'll get that. So then it's up to the consumer, i.e. the people flying shared flight, to read those and learn those scripts, if you like. So the script saying the pilot flying does this and this, and the pilot monitoring does that and that. So that will mean that anything in the normal flow pattern of the preparations of the aircraft, the operation itself during taxi, takeoff, climb, cruise, descent, landing, taxiing, etc., is clearly distributed. All right, and so both pilots know exactly what they're supposed to do, and that makes it extremely efficient. When it comes to communication, that's a more problematic area. Again, single pilot concept. You never had to tell anyone.
Sun Bravo 9 with Yankee,
let me just
request push.
Pilot urge disconnected. So now, of course, when you're flying along with someone, two-man cockpit, three-man cockpit, yeah, communication, that's a big deal, and that's a difficulty. Yeah, the best thing would be to stick to, again, to concepts that are laid out. I'm sure that there are some documents available. I'm sure I'm making a document available for the 320 series. And yeah, inform yourself, try to live by that concept, and then things will become a lot easier and will make a lot more fun. There'll be less confusion, like why, who switched the VR1 now? What happened? Or why is that needle pointing this direction? Or hang on, what comm frequency is this? There's less confusion if you do it exactly by the book and by the concept. Yeah, so the only two big things, Caesar, I would like to give to you today is for the next flight at some time, just hand over workload, especially things like radios, nav radios, right? That's your pilot monitoring there, helping you if you want. Or anything else out of the ordinary. Like you did, good thing you did, for example, you told me to dial in the altitude, right, in the autopilot panel. You are allowed to do that. That is no problem, right? Yeah, just distribute. The important thing is that we talk about it. And quite often, I actually then will say, for example, non-standard, and then I'll give my command, because that means for the pilot monitoring, this is like a one-off thing, right? This is not normal operation. This is like non-standard. Do this. I'll give you an example. We do an approach, and normally it will be flaps 1, flaps 2, gear down, flaps 3, config 4. That's a normal pattern. If I go, because we're a bit fast, I want to you know, or if for any reason I want to delay the gear extension, I will go flaps 1, flaps 2, and then I will say non-standard flaps 3. The co-pilot then knows, oh, that old man hasn't forgotten to load the landing gear. No, he's actually intentionally non-standard calling me to set flaps 3. All right. Again, it saves, you know, it's efficient. The co-pilot doesn't have to confirm, oh, are you sure flaps 3 or you want to lower the landing gear first? All right, no, non-standard flaps 3. It's clearly said. There's no questions. So efficiency, that's the main goal. Yeah, so really for next time, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh,
I
yeah,
hope you
me
too.
too. Me too. I'm just sitting here taking it all in, and yeah, thank you so much, Black Box. What a, my gosh. And so yeah, you offered to like give me a debrief offline, but really, what I keep saying over and over is, how lucky am I to be able to do this with you, and what a great resource this is for me and everybody watching the stream. So yeah, I would never want the you know, I know you're considering my feelings and all that, but that's part of the why I feel so fortunate is to get the debriefings from you to tell me, hey, you know, this is where we can improve, and then we'll, you know, next time we'll try to incorporate these improvements and learn from the last flight we did. And so yeah, you know, I had no problem flying the airplane from point A to point B, but the resource management and all that was, you know, that's where I'm lacking, and that's not something I can go watch a YouTube video.
Yeah, that's true.
I cannot learn to this level of proficiency without having someone that knows what they're doing to kind of hold my hand. And not only do I get that, I get the best in the business with you, Black Box, and what a treat. And people in my stream here have been commenting, what an incredible resource to have you here in the flight sim community, and how lucky am I that I'm the one that gets to sit next to you and do this.
Thank you,
and,
Ricardo.
thank you so much for this, Black Box. Really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you much for the kind words, and I can, you know, repeat myself saying that for me it's such a enjoyable experience. So, you know, to give on some knowledge from my real-world aviation, and kind of, you know, fuel some more of that passion. And when new systems come out, like the shared flight app, and again, big shout out JSnap and his team, giving us this opportunity. And today we've just seen again the aircraft handled perfectly. There was no issues. Right, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I was going to add that. You know, I almost forgot that we were doing shared flight because we had zero problems. You know, and my gosh, how awesome is that? That the shared flight utility is just maturing to the point where 2 flights in a row, and not a single thing not a single squawk or anything to complain about, and fantastic.
Yeah, the easiness of setting it up, getting connected, and again, you're in the US, I'm in Europe, and we are flying together, enjoying this aircraft in the US, and next time maybe we'll do it in Europe. We shall see. Yeah, Ricardo, thank you much. That's kind. Yeah, people have enjoying it on my stream. They're saying well done, also to you, Caesar, and they know how, you know, you've been put in the spotlight with this, and you know, this is a fast jet, right? We're doing 3, 4, 5, 6 miles a minute, and there's so much happening, and the experience again comes with the immersiveness, right? And I'm sure you felt really immersed in that approach, because I could hear, you know, the stress level in your voice. And again, otherwise it would be boring, right? You would never have that kind of experience, and you wouldn't be so fascinated about it.
One thing I noticed there, and this is an indication that you could hear my stress level, is
Harry,
that you were helping me out a little bit with helping me with the flaps, and
thank you.
You know,
I'm looking forward to it, Harry. Yeah,
taking a little extra step that normally you probably wouldn't if we were just flying a vanilla ILS. You were taking a little extra step and giving me a little extra helping hand there with the flaps and the flap speeds and all that, and I really appreciated that. I could sense that you were doing that, and you were completely aware of everything that was going on, and even in my head, you know, and that was really appreciated. And yeah, part of the thrill of doing this with somebody so experienced. And yeah, that was fantastic.
And that's exactly the point I was making last time, saying that, you know, you have to lay your inputs to the point where you're pretty sure that the other pilot is task saturated and just doesn't realize at the moment, you know, that we're still missing some flap settings, or he may be behind a profile, while the other pilot monitoring, having, you know, a lot less stress at that present time and less task saturated, has that capacity to let the other pilot know, hey, you know, but again, the finesse is to find the point where it doesn't annoy the other pilot, but it's actually supportive. But again, that comes with practice, and I'm sure people... oh yeah, so people doing shared flight. That's the thing. Do exactly what we're doing here right now. Share your thoughts, your feelings. That's the important thing about debriefing. Make sure that you do a thorough debriefing. All right, and I offer anyone here on SimCaesar stream, my stream, if you have any questions, either come in the streams on SimCaesar stream or my streams, or write to us. Yeah, we'll communicate and we'll give you some help how it should be done properly if you're unsure. But yeah, do debriefings. You know, let the other pilot know how you felt, where you thought things were a bit too stressful, or his inputs were actually not helping, but actually you know, hindering in their own thought process and so on. Yeah, so do those debriefings. Very important. We pilots do that regularly, especially in check flights and so on. We pilots are used to being graded. We are used to being, you know, or getting feedback. So that's a normal way of life for us pilots.
Yeah, and I'm going to post a link to your Discord in my chat after we're done here. I got to go grab it. But yeah, if watching either stream, Black Box has an amazing Discord. A lot of the community there is fantastic. A lot of super knowledgeable people, and it's definitely worth joining. Yeah, and also, yeah, thank you. And also, once Shared Flight is being published, there's a Shared Flight Discord as well. Also, lots of knowledgeable people there that can help with all kinds of stuff. Yeah, so you're not alone with this concept. Yeah, enjoy. That's the important thing. In the end, you need to get immersed and enjoy this brilliant concept. Oh yeah, boy, it's a really special day. Thank you so much, Black Box. As always, I have enjoyed myself tremendously as well, and looking forward to the next flights. Like I said, for me personally, shared flight is the big thing here in flight simming. Harry, thank you. Yeah, it's quite wonderful. And flying on rails. Thank you so much. I'll go ahead and disconnect from our Discord chat and wrap up my stream here, and then we'll be in touch via Discord. Absolutely. Once again, thank you as well. Thank you so much. Cool experience. Yes, indeed. Okay. Thank you. All right. Right. Big shout out to Flying on Rails. That's really kind of you joining as a member. Thank you for your support of the channel. Means a lot to me. Yeah, so I think everything has been said. What a cool experience flying this in a shared flight environment. I am probably going to stream on Sunday. I don't know exactly when yet, though. But I will announce it latest tomorrow on my Discord. And then I'll make an announcement here on YouTube as well. So if you don't follow yet me on YouTube, just, you know, click that, what is it called, the bell. And get notifications when I'm going online. Thank you so much, Flying on Rails. That's really cool. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Yeah. Cool. I am going to have a nice cold drink now. Enjoy the rest of my evening. I hope I don't get, or my roof gets blown off the house. Just checking the wind right now here in Bremen. It is 33 gust 49, raining, 6 degrees Celsius, and prop 30 until 3 in the morning, 65 gusts. Whew. Right. Okay, we'll see. I'll keep you posted. So thank you so much to everyone. Thanks as well to my dear moderators. Peter, thanks also to you for your nice comments. I'm glad you all enjoyed it. And I'll see you again soon. Stay safe, everyone. Bye.